All right, we're live. Yeehaw. All right, we got Brayden Watson and Grant Simpson in the studio tonight. So the whole purpose tonight is we are just going to have a roundtable discussion. Who knows what we're going to discuss? You know, what's going on, Dirk? Glad you tuned in, buddy. I got to get all my stuff set up here. Hang on a minute. All right, now we're good. Okay, we got two new sponsors this week. Grant Simpson Racing. Thanks, Grant, for coming on board as a flag-to-flag media live sponsor, and Haller Motorsports and Fab. So thanks, Brandon Norman, for coming on board. My other sponsors are Hillbillies Barbecue and Tenderloins, Greens Auto Sales, Solutions Directional Drilling, Indiana Farm Bureau agent Jason Petmeyer, B&D Excavating and Septic, and P3 Graphics. So I want to thank them for supporting Flag to Flag Media. All right, we got all types of stuff to talk about tonight. We got the top 20 power rankings coming out tonight. Are you guys ready for that?
Oh, I'm wound up for it.
Are you?
Can't wait.
I'm nervous.
I know we've been texting a lot back and forth, and I'll just say this. So this is how it works. I ended up narrowing it down to 3 tracks: Bloomington, Brownstown, and Rockcrest. And it's no fault of anybody, but like a lot of these tracks are up and running now. You know, they're a little bit newer, so their websites aren't up to date all the time. So to get the information that I need results for each week. You know what I'm saying? To make it fair, I need results each week. So I narrowed it down to those 3 tracks, and what I did was, after talking to Brayden at the track Saturday night, I decided between the two of us and some other people talking, we're going to do a top 20 overall, because my original plan was to do a top 10 in each class, but what's the difference in that in the point system?
Yeah.
There really is no difference. So I just went Supers, Crates, Crown Vics, Hornets, Super Stocks, Modifieds.
What a list.
Yeah.
That's like 200 drivers.
Right. So then the thing about it is, I mean, the supers, you know, obviously they've been rained out several times this year already. So, you know, you got to kind of weigh that into, and so, yeah, we're excited about it.
When's that going to come on?
I'm excited about it. I don't know yet.
Like, I've been waiting all week.
I don't want to just throw it up here first
I
and
think
then.
we should get so many viewers. Like, everyone should share it. We have to get so many viewers.
Everybody share it. If we can get, what's our big number, JT? Let's go 60. If we can get 60 viewers tonight.
That's probably the most.
It is. That'd be a record.
No, the Thunder Valley show had a good turnout.
No, I'm saying at one time. Like,
one time.
We held like 50 for the whole Thunder Valley show.
I'm sharing it right now then.
Share it out. If we can get up to 60 viewers at one time, then that is when I'll release it.
I don't know. Talking to Brayden while he was on the beach got pretty high.
It did, really.
Yeah, there was a lot on there, actually.
Yeah, there was.
Brayden's a big time.
No.
He used to think I was cool, and then I met Brayden Watson.
Yeah.
When you were sitting on the beach and talking on the phone, talking racing, did anybody like overhear you and like want to come up and get your autograph or anything because like you were on a business call?
No, not really. I sheared myself away from everybody.
Did you?
That'd have been cool, though. Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, that was the night that it held. So
yeah, that was a bad night for you guys up here.
Yeah, it wasn't like that in Florida, I'm sure.
No, it wasn't hailing down there. No.
No. Jamie Walters is tuned in. Anthony Finley's tuned in. Debbie Henson's tuned in. Anthony Finley says, "Let's go, Brandon." And Brayden Reed. Hey, Brayden, there are some Crown Vics in the top 20. I will say that. There's some heavy hitters in the Crown Vic class. I'm serious. There is.
Did you see that picture that Mark and Jamie posted?
5 wide. It's good racing. Good
that class
racing.
is actually pretty tough. Them Kramer boys are really tough.
They are. So I mean, there are some top Crown Vics in the top 20. I will say that. That is like a little bit of a cat out of the bag.
You know what?
There's some Crown Vics in there.
Since we're on that, I think it was Saturday. Whoever won the Crown Vic got DQ'd. They actually teched.
Really?
The Crown Vic.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Good.
I'm pretty sure
It's
it's
Mike.
Saturday.
I sponsored the class and didn't know that. That's bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. That is bad.
That
So
might
they
hurt the
actually teched them.
rankings.
Yeah.
Because they haven't been teching them.
I don't know how many they teched. It's like I don't know if they did top 5, top 3.
Right.
But whoever got, I think it was the dude that won. It wasn't the Cram there. I know that.
But I think he's related to him. I
I
think.
wouldn't be surprised.
It's an AJ won, didn't he?
I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
AJ
maybe it
won.
was.
Yeah, I think AJ's related to him.
Yep.
I don't. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
Yeah, so I don't know. That is
You need to be
late breaking news. I need to be
need
more on top of
research.
that.
Yeah, you definitely need to be on top of that.
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
That's bad.
I told you I was full of surprises tonight.
You are. You're very full of surprises. So I need to apologize to the Crown Vic class for not knowing what was going on. So, Brayden, congrats on your big heat race win last week, bud.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yep, congrats.
That was huge.
Yeah,
So-
Vernon too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. He drew the
Big-
fastest heat there.
Yeah,
did.
big timer there. I tell you, heat race wins huge.
Hey, win's a win, right?
Yeah, go backwards in the feature. There.
Hey.
We're pretty good at that.
So what happened to you Saturday night? Power choice?
I had a shot to win the heat race. I drove around Matt Boatnick on the top side. Thought, oh, look at me passing the king as he drove back around. And then I was like, you know what? We came to the white flag. I was like, I'm not running for points this year. I'm going for it. Drove it in 1 and 2 as hard as I could. And it halfway stuck. And
Halfway?
I was like, going down the back stretch was like full sins or no sins. And threw it in there and got to his quarter as we went over the bank.
Nice.
Ended up finishing fourth. Still made the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
I,
hey, it
I would, do,
happens,
I would
right?
do it. I would do it again.
It happens. You sent it.
No regrets.
Yeah, you sent it.
Yeah.
No, not running for points,
Yeah.
right?
Not running for
You-
points.
You throw it in there.
We started deep in the feature, and I just couldn't get nothing going, and ended up falling back. And the car was still blowing water, so I just pulled off. Wasn't worth chancing.
Right. So I got to spend the night with Grant Saturday night. We done some in-car video, behind-the-scenes stuff. Grant fought distributor issues all night, which we finally they found before feature time.
Yeah.
And then went from 14th to 6th. So that's a pretty good night for you.
Really good night.
Anybody that hasn't watched it yet, make sure you check out that YouTube video on Flag to Flag Media YouTube. I try to do a good job. I'm no professional by any means. I just like to cut, copy, paste, stick
So-
some music in there. And
Let's add this though, real quick. So Grant struggled the first feature, had trouble, right?
Yeah.
We've all three had the GoPro. Is that
don't
correct?
bring that up.
I'm just asking. Brayden, you had the GoPro, correct?
Yeah, I had the GoPro.
He started to say it, but I was like, hey, listen, I've been fighting this for like last few weeks. But then I
Grant,
also
don't
had
cut
the-
him no slack.
But
I
here's
know,
the
but I
thing,
also
though.
had the GoPro in the last feature, and we, moved up 8 spots.
GoPro curse is gone, bud.
I want it back then if it's going to do
Yeah,
that.
if it's back,
So
I'll watch
listen,
it.
no, listen. All seriousness, no. The first GoPro was driver error, right?
Yeah, driver error. Yeah,
Driver
it was.
error. The second GoPro,
That was Briscoe, wasn't it? Briscoe got it before me, so you say whatever you want to about Briscoe.
But Briscoe was kind of put in a
He was in a bad spot.
bad spot.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
his
think-
fault.
I think they were also fighting engine problems as well.
And right front problems.
Yeah.
Trying to get in the corner, get the car set, get it to his liking. I think they struggle with that a lot.
Yeah.
Especially going. I mean, when you go from a sprint car to a late model, I mean, as fast as what he is. I mean, night after night. I mean, and that was really his
I'll tell
first
you what,
go
I
around
was-
in the late model.
I was over there the night before they were testing, and I went over there with Brenton Gotzi. He took his crate car over there, and Chase got in the late model. And he looked real good.
right.
And then he got in the crate car, and he had a lot more fun in the crate car
Right.
because I was just flat footed all the way around. So
A lot more
he had
enjoyable to
fun,
drive. Yeah.
I think he's gonna do a lot more. So
And Britton says it's Grant Gibson. Grant Gibson is in the house.
yeah. Or Greg.
Well, hey, we're up to 50. 10 more viewers. We get 10 more live viewers on here up in your corner of your screen right up there. I'll release this top 20. I'm ready.
We're dying to see
I'm
it.
ready.
Oh yeah, Actually, I don't know if I want to see it or not.
Yeah, I was sick
Hey,
last
I'll
night.
probably be discouraged.
Listen, guys, it's going to go two ways, right? Either people are going to be happy, or Flag to Flag Media will have all of its likes and stuff canceled
Yeah.
by the end of the night.
Yeah.
So it's going to go two ways, I feel like.
I may unlike it.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm
That's what I'm
co-host.
saying. You might just cash out and not even like it anymore. I don't
He
know.
may get up and leave.
This could very well be my last episode on Flag to Flag.
We're going to find out here in a minute. If we get 10 more viewers, you're going to find out here.
8 more now.
Yeah, 8 more. It's climbing. 8 more away. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, because this is going to be a fun show. Brayden Reed said it was the top 5. The 5-car won, but got DQ'd for offset wheel and tire.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look out.
So, and then Shannon Pryor, High Grant Simpson Racing, Shannon from RPM. And then Blake Daniels waving. Brayden Watson.
I'm so glad that they're taking all these classes in Brownsville.
Right.
now.
And I think it's
really
needed.
helping.
Yeah, it's needed to be done, but I don't know.
good.
Like the whole tech thing kind of goes both ways, because just like for the Scott Patman Memorial, you gotta take your hood off. You gotta go get teched, and then we like a lot of us were talking about in the pits, but you gotta go get teched, and then you come back to your pit, but then you don't get teched again the rest of the night. So
You got an hour to change it before the race. I like the tech after the race personally.
if you're gonna tech, I think that's when it should be done.
Yeah.
Then they put the little pink sticker on your car.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
a fan of that either.
Mine's already gone.
Yard sale sticker. So
Yeah.
just like, okay, well, the big talk right now in the dirt late model world is droop rule. What good does that do if you check the droop rule before the race, but then you don't check it after the race? I mean, you can do whatever you want to the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But I think when they were busting people though, they were checking after the features.
Yeah, they pull them on the scales and
Yeah.
put them on them. They jack the
droop rope?
left rear up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
they check it after the race.
That's what they should
But I don't
do
think
with
it's
everybody.
because
Yeah.
I watched, I don't know, wherever Lucas Oil was the other night, and McCready won by like, I mean, he lapped up to like 7th
34.
place.
34,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he won like a half
And
track.
they videoed him the whole time, and they didn't check the droop. So I don't know if they do it every time or just
Right.
every other time. I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks, Elizabeth, for sharing. What's going on, Craig? Josh Harris says Grant's my hero. Brayden is one driver I want to race against.
Now Josh just
Stay out in
snapped
front of
me.
him.
Josh just snapped me the other night. He didn't say one nice word about me, right?
Yeah.
He did, did he?
Wow.
Part timer.
Golly. We
Billy
used to race
Lanehart
carts with
said-
Josh. You remember that?
Huh?
We used to race carts with Josh. You remember that?
Yeah. The good old days.
Yeah.
Billy said, JT, tell your mom hi for me.
Oh, I can handle
So
that.
make sure you tell Mindy hi, or you're
got
going to be in
that.
trouble.
I stay in trouble.
We need to get these these views up, so make sure you keep sharing this out if you're watching. There's 47 people watching now. We're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
We're going like
backwards.
JT on a rough Saturday night. We're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
It's
through
about
the anchor
every
route.
Saturday night.
Not just a rough one, huh?
Yeah. Brayden, did you put a wing back on your race car?
A wing. Spoiler?
Spoiler, yeah.
Yeah.
You notice the difference with it?
No.
No. How tall is it?
3 inches.
Is that all? Is that as tall as
Yeah,
it
that's
can
all
go?
we can go. Yeah.
I was
looks
curious
cool,
about
though.
that.
Yeah, I like them better. It looks better on them, I think. but
Right.
I can't notice a difference
ours,
personally.
8?
I think I've stretched mine like 12 and a half. Nah, it's 8. I think it's 8. Get all you can get.
Where are you going with this? Yeah.
Call me out right on TV, huh? Okay.
You didn't have to answer.
Yeah.
Kenny, how come you didn't come? How come you didn't bring your dad with you?
I don't know.
You don't know. Kenny, you can come next time. You sit there and talk to us. Corey Appleby says Grant for president. Grant Simpson, 2024.
Are you going? You're going to the Dream this week?
Yes.
Who's your pick?
Speaking of, oh, man, that's rough.
The Dream?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think, I don't know. So watching the Johnny Appleseed Classic last weekend, right now it's up for grabs for anybody, in my opinion,
They gotta
because
do something.
if the track is not fixed, and like I said, Kyle Bronson had an awesome post about taking back what he said because we shouldn't be bashing tracks. And I totally understand where Kyle's coming from. But, the track is that rough, anything can happen at any time. You're liable to not even make it out of your prelim night.
Yeah.
As rough as it is. So if they don't do something with it,
It did look rough, but I think Smoke will save it.
oh, yeah, I do too.
I
I think Turbo's going to be hard to beat. Like, I think that's just Turbo and Bobby Pierce. If Bobby Pierce wouldn't blue right retire, that's his type of track.
I like both those options, but I think it'd be crazy not to pick a Longhorn.
I agree.
I think Longhorn's got the half-mile program figured out.
But can a Longhorn handle a rough track like a Rocket can?
No, it can't.
Well,
mean-
if you're Kyle Larson, you can.
That's true.
So
That's
I
true.
can't remember what race it was that was over there, but I don't know if it rained or whatever. But he was literally like a 10th off the track record in the feature.
This year, this past the flow race?
The flow
Flow
race.
race,
Flow
yeah.
race, yeah. Yeah, he
But
looked,
it was real cowboy. Like it was rough.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
We got to say who you're
Who you
pick.
got, Brayden? Who you going with?
If the track's right, how typically Eldora is, I like Chris Madden, but I wouldn't count out JD. They're
Yeah,
going to have
he's
their
gonna
stuff
be tough.
dialed in.
He's going to
Yeah.
be tough.
JD will be tough for sure.
Who you want, Grant?
I like JD, but I don't know. Is old Fergie gonna be up there?
He'll be
He'd
there.
He'd been on a hot streak.
He looked good to show me.
So I don't know. But I also like Overton. Overton,
Yeah.
Big Sexy is my pick.
He won almost $300,000 in 4 nights over there last year. So
That's my pick.
I think it's going
Could
to be
be
a good one. I think it's going to be fun.
And I really,
it's going to be a good
I
week.
think Johnny's really got his stuff figured out finally.
He looked good out there at the prelim night
He
of the
looked
show. Man.
real good.
Man, he hit some ruts.
And he looked good the second night, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't win, but he ran
Right.
good.
Sorry about the flies, Brayden.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
what you got? You got the $1 million on, is it Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday's the Million Show, and then
Dreams Friday, Saturday?
Friday, Saturday.
Ooh, that's a quick
So
turnaround.
here's a question, right? Let's bring this up. Do you win the million? Do you just load up and go home?
Oh, yeah. I am.
Why? I would not take a chance on junking nothing
chance,
Thursday
no.
and Friday.
Why, you got $1 million?
You get $1 million, I'm gone for the month on vacation,
I
just
don't
like
even
Bobby
know.
said.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. If I won the $1 million on Thursday night, I don't know if I'd be able to drive a race car Thursday
Yeah.
and Friday.
Yeah.
I would be in the campgrounds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give up. To win the dream, that's like one of the. That's,
Yeah, but-
I mean, the million's awesome.
Right,
But the dream in the
Yeah,
world,
it's not
that's like
like-
two.
But what if you've already won the dream? What if you're a past dream winner? Like, so you've already got the dream in your pocketbook. I mean, what you win $1 million, like mic drop and
Yeah, mic drop
Load it
on the
up.
stage.
I mean, there's
we're
not
headed
very
to the
many-
house.
we're headed to the house,
Yeah.
boys.
How many people actually won the dream more than once? I don't know, is there very many that's actually won
well,
more than
we need a
once?
fact checker
Like-
here in the
Yeah.
background.
We do need a fact checker. I don't know.
You know who I want to win?
Bloomer's won it several times.
You
I
know,
know
you know
that.
who my heart's pulling for?
Who?
John Blankenship.
Oh my god.
Would that not be freaking cool? Or
Yeah.
Jeep Van Warmer. I know Byron's Jeep.
Byron
Jeep guy.
is a Jeep guy. Yeah.
Heck yeah, that'd be
If
awesome.
Byron was up there in Jeep one, he would go home on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even stay for Thursday and Friday.
Oh, he'd probably get drunk down there with Jeep, and
He would. He wouldn't even make it.
they would be able to watch racing anyway.
Yeah, they're big Jeep guys from.
I'm way behind on
back then.
comments.
I like the old guys. The old guys that just didn't do much anymore. John
Right.
Blankenship was racing somewhere the other night though when I was watching.
The Show Me.
The show
Is
me.
that, what- is that what
Yeah,
it
he
was?
looked horrible too.
Yeah.
He was like
What?
13th in the B main. Yeah.
Cut him some slack, Brayden. Golly.
Let's see. Anthony Finley says my pick is Derek Walden and 2 beers. Yeah, he's going to be cheap date next week. I guarantee it already. So what did your dad say? Because he said something about where'd he go? Grant didn't answer that, did he?
I don't know. He didn't get invited. He ain't a cool kid, I guess. You didn't invite him.
That's my bad. I'll take the rap for that. I didn't invite him.
I would have.
And
I
then
love-
Tanner Chastain says T-Mac, which
That's not bad.
Solid pick.
solid pick. And then Billy Langhart said B-Shep, which
Solid pick.
solid
I mean,
pick.
I think there's probably about 10 to 11 guys over there that probably could win it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I really though, if I'm gonna go over there, I want to see a sleeper. That's what I want to see.
I want to see Scott Bloomquist get the $1 million. One of these on the roof.
He's out.
And out.
He's done.
Done for
Yeah,
the rest of
done.
his life. Done.
Golly, take Bloomquist, pick on Blankenship. Jeez.
I'm not. I'm
Gremlins?
no way.
Yeah,
a
the
Bloomer
aliens
fan.
are headed back to space, boys.
Yeah.
We're out.
No way a Bloomer fan, but that'd be cool.
Yeah,
he'd,
we'll
he'd
see
be done
Bloomer
on the
win again.
stage. Yeah.
Craig Cooper says Big Sexy, which is a good pick. And then
Devin Moran, I seen.
Devin Moran. I mean,
Solid pick.
I just wish. I mean, I know it's probably maybe a money thing, but I just wish Devin ran more with like the Lucas or World of Outlaws or shows like that because I would have loved to have seen him because he didn't run the Illinois Speed Weeks.
Which one?
Devin Moran.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see him run that type of stuff, but
I'm a
He
bit-
ran everything in Florida, but then I think his brother stepped back. And
Yeah,
I
that
think he
hurt him a
ran-
lot.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm a big Wiley fan.
Yeah.
I
he's
love
cool.
everything about Wiley.
He's cool.
Jared Deckard said, okay, per flow, Bloomer, Moyer, Freddie Smith, only ones with more than one dream win.
That's Dr. Deckard, by the way.
Keep him.
Dr.
Yeah.
Deckard.
Dr.
Yeah.
Deckard.
I put him on the payroll. Double my salary and
Hey.
pay him.
Pay him?
I don't know if you have a nickname for him, but there you go, Dr.
Dr. Deckard. That is a good nickname.
I like it. Call him Doc.
Head to the front, Doc. Derek says Mac Daddy, which Mac Daddy is
He'd be a
consistent at
sleeper.
Eldora.
He'd be a sleeper.
Yeah, he's consistent. He doesn't have
Yeah.
any big wins, or as far as,
He won the world.
but I'm saying like here recently, like
Oh, recently.
He's just
Okay,
like-
well, I was going to say, he
I
won
think-
the
no, he's-
world. I don't know
I
what
think
you're
he
wanting out of a
started-
guy.
Yeah. What else could he do?
I think he
Well-
started the year pretty well, actually, down in
right.
Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did. But it's like how many seconds does he have though? A ton.
Oh, a lot, especially at Eldora.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you got a lot of flies in here today.
dude,
it's
it's bad.
horrible.
Like I don't know what the deal is. I didn't have one single fly in here till you walked in,
I used to put a
JT.
new shirt on before I walked in here, so it's not me.
So Brownstown had a pretty good show last to run two makeup features and a full complete show. I thought Brownstown did an excellent job Saturday night getting the show in.
Fantastic job.
Yeah.
And the
Brayden-
track was smooth.
Right. Braden, you and Grant are the only two here that went to Rockcrest on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the track over there, track-wise, is in really good shape.
Yeah, it was actually really smooth. I was impressed with it. Feature time, I was on the fence and them guys were on the bottom, so
You were on the fence.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not on. You know what I mean.
You were if
I
you
was
were
up
you
there.
were
I
really
was up
close.
there.
The sail panel was sucking in. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
yeah. We
It was fun to watch.
my stuff was too tight to run around the bottom like them guys, so I had to do something. so.
Right. What did you think, Grant?
Well, I thought practice and really the heat race it got better, but practice, I mean, it was pretty slick. And it wasn't
Was
like
it?
slick. It was dusty slick.
Right.
So it was hard, but I think Robbie Wilson did a good job, going out there and
Oh, yeah,
throwing
he-
some more water down. And
Mhm. Yeah, he
I think-
stayed on top of it.
I really think that Rockcrest is going to come back around.
I hope
I've seen
so.
some phenomenal Have a Tampa races back in the day there.
Really?
Phenomenal, yeah.
I-
Between Bloomer and Moyer back, the Have a Tampa days.
I can tell you there was a super stock that was on the fence because he ended up upside down.
Who was
Yeah.
it?
That Jeremy Steerwald or whatever, yeah.
I
I
got
saw
you.
that on Facebook. And
They
Gotcha.
called a red flag, and I stopped on the backstretch. And I looked over and seen he was on fire, so I thought that's what it was.
Right.
And then I seen pictures come out the next day, and he flipped. I was like, oh,
Jimmy Reddick had a bad wreck Saturday night at Brownstown too.
Oh, that was
That was
scary.
bad.
Yeah.
He's lucky
Yeah.
to be alive,
Yes.
really. To be honest
Lucky to walk
with you.
away from it for sure.
That
and the
thing,
other car that was involved too, that he spun around on his left rear. I thought
Yeah.
if you go back there and watch it, it looked like he was about to flip.
Right.
So I mean,
it was a bad deal.
Yeah, because when he stopped, he was kind of like teeter-tottered on the brim of the backstretch. So
yeah.
That was like one of the fastest parts of the racetrack where that happened, too. I mean, you're going into 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Throttled
Well, it's
up.
that makeup feature too, so there was still some, tackiness to it. So you're hooking up good.
Right. Brayden, what's this comment all about from Shane Reed?
So a couple of years ago, they had that River Rumble, that big Hornet race or whatever,
Yeah.
like $2,500 to win, $5,000 to win, whatever it was. And Shane Reed let me drive his Hornet, and I didn't know what to expect. I've never been anything like that before, so it was like a 2-day deal. We set quick time, won our heat on Friday night and Saturday. We started on the pole of the feature, and we went around there, took the green, led the first few laps of that deal, and coming out of 2, I got a little high up in the crumbs and killed the fence leading that thing. And it tore his stuff all the heck, and I still feel bad to this day. Every time I talk to him, I'm like, man, I'm so sorry. Because
Yeah.
I know that cost him a lot of money, but I had a blast. And
He said you were fast.
yeah, it was fun.
Oh, we're at 55, 54. We're so close. Like this right here, I have it right here. I'm ready. It's ready to upload, boys.
Oh, my goodness.
Ready to upload.
Might as well just do it.
Yeah, I wish you just click
You
it
think?
already.
Now we got 5 more viewers to get. Share it out.
Golly,
These boys are
you're killing
sweating.
me.
They are sweating.
Killing me.
Well, you already know who's okay. So if you had to pick number 1, who you gonna pick? If you got to pick number 1, top 20 power ranking, who you gonna pick?
I've already got mine.
Zach Sasser.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in the shower, actually. It was
Zach
weird
Sasser.
today. I was taking a shower. I was thinking about it. I was like, definitely Sass.
Well,
Yeah.
Don't be thinking about Zach Sasser in the shower. Gosh,
I was
darn it,
thinking of the
Brayden.
power rankings, and it just came to mind.
I thought we were talking about racing.
Don't take that the wrong way,
I'm
Zach.
just kidding, buddy.
Yeah,
I mean, 12,
that's funny.
12 races, and he's won 5 times.
Yes,
If he's not first, I don't know what it takes to get first, but
Yeah.
I'll never get there.
Yeah.
we'll find out here in a minute if we can get this up to 60 viewers.
No, we're going
Yeah, it's
backwards,
going
again.
backwards.
It'll go back up here in a minute. People get done eating supper here in a minute. It's
yeah,
gonna
that'll
fly
all be
up.
on. Yeah.
It'll fly up. Now I don't know. Grant and I talked about this. This is one of those types of shows that could probably go longer than an hour.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, so
Yeah, I am
don't
too.
care.
Jeez, that must be nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
Well,
well,
I
You
need
got
their
banker,
guys'
you got
job.
banker
Yeah.
hours.
Me and Grant might be sitting here
It's a
all
long-
night
my
talking.
long
I don't know.
day.
But anyway, one other thing I want to bring up for tonight too is I've already talked to 2 people, but what I'm going to do is it's not part of the sponsorship deal, so there won't be any, like, you won't have a banner down here on the bottom, or you won't be on the weekly social media post. But the walls behind us, I want to start littering up with some racing decor. So if there's any chassis manufacturers out there, race car drivers, if you want to do it, part suppliers, whatever, I'm going to start putting decals and license plates. License plates would technically be the best, but I know not everybody has license plates. But I'm going to put them up here on the wall behind us. That way your business logo or whatever can be seen, but it's only like during the show, and it's not down here on the bottom as far as like logos and that stuff goes. But TSR, I talked to Jeff Allen, TSR's on board, and Brandon Norman at Howler
Hey,
is
we got 60.
We just
hit
ran the
60.
fence.
Do it.
Oh,
All right.
Come
So
on.
anyway, if you reach out to me at Flag to Flag Media on Facebook or my personal page, Matt Lamar, and let's get hooked up and get some stuff up there. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready?
We need like a drum roll.
I was actually going to put a drummer on my soundboard tonight, and I forgot. So, are you ready?
I'm trying not to get sick here.
It's right here. You ready?
Click it.
There you go. There's the top 20.
Oh, there we go. Zach's number 1.
We got
All right.
that one right.
Zach Sasser is number 1. Michael
pick.
Brewer, which Michael Brewer's racked off 4 Hornet wins.
Yeah, he's been tough.
Michael Cranmer, which we talked about earlier in the Flag to Flag Media Crown Vics. Steve Peden, which Steve Peden's come on strong here lately. Like he won at Circle City. Then we got Greg Amick, which Greg Amick's got 1 win. All these people, there's only one person on this list that doesn't have a win, and I'll get to him in a minute. But Tyler Collins is 6, which he just won over at North Vernon for the Ted and Sue Collins Memorial, which was a good win for
Big
him.
race, big race.
7 is Keaton Strevel, which Keaton's been pretty. I mean, he's been running good in the pure stocks. Jacob Owens has come on strong here lately in the Hornets. Chad Stapleton's running 2 classes, so it's kind of hard not to have. I mean, he's got to win.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to have him in the top 10. And then Brandon Cranmer, which he's knocked off a win, and he's got some good solid finishes. Jordan Weaver is 11th, which he's come on strong here lately. Britton Gottsy's got a win. And Brayden Watson won a featured Brownstown this year, which I don't care if it's rain delayed or not, it's still a win. A win is a win.
Heck yeah, it is at Brownstown.
Yeah.
Derek Groomer, which he's coming on strong here lately too.
Yeah, he's been good.
JT Huffman, which JT, here's the thing about JT, which I know he's a co-host and all that stuff, and I get that, but to run a limited schedule and have one win, and I didn't really look at all of your finishes when you have ran, but they're pretty solid.
We had a shot to win every night pretty well.
Right. So that's a pretty good deal. Tyler Neal's got a win at Brownstown. Here's Isaiah Sasser does not have a win this year.
Oh, he's tough.
But dude, he's consistent.
Yeah.
He is always in that top 5.
It's coming.
He's always.
I think Zach or Isaiah on here, but I'm pretty sure that he's not finished outside the top 5.
I don't think so.
I think he even ran off the track that night. I think it was the night you won, JT. He ran off track, still finished 4th. Maybe. I don't know. He may have went back.
Okay.
That may have been.
He was trying to pass me for the lead
Yeah.
Yeah.
when he did it.
Yeah.
Saturday night he didn't because coming out 4, he got pushed down in the mud.
Yeah.
But he still finished 8th or something like that.
I felt that.
Yeah.
My whole white suit.
It was on my GoPro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really the only time that Isaiah has not really ran not in the top 5. So I mean, it's a pretty solid year for him.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his.
Devin Gilpin got the Hoosier Dirt Classic, so that's a pretty good win for Devin. Jared Bailey's got a win at Brownstown. I know he's had some rough patches here with motor issues and stuff the last couple of weeks, but then Edgar Gottsy's got a win too in the pure stock, in the pure stock. So
You've got every class in there, I feel like.
yeah, so that right there is your top 20 of
pretty
the
good
Flag to
list.
Flag Media top 20 power rankings. Now, how we're going to do this is I'm just going to update this once a month. So you have 2 or 3 weeks, because if somebody starts to get on a hot streak, within that 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, we'll update it the first show of every month. Okay? So the first Thursday of every month, the top 20 power ranking will be updated.
That's really
I was
cool.
going to say I'm 21 since no one can see it.
20 and a half.
Yeah, we'll go with that. No, I told me I'd do top 50 to get me in there.
Right. Okay,
Hey,
so
I
let's see all
really
the
didn't think I
comments.
would be in it. I'm very proud of myself.
Groomers less than Watson. If Lady Wilk would be nice to Brayden, he'd be in top 10.
Well, they're hammering
If I
you,
could just
bud.
drive, I'd be in the top 10. If I was a little better.
Billy, I'll check into that Dixon Racing Supply. I'll check into that.
That's a really cool. This is a really cool deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Even if I wouldn't have made it, it would still been a cool.
Right.
That's a
There's
lot
really
of research.
a lot. It took me. I worked on it for 2 days because I wanted to make sure. I mean, you start running into okay, somebody's got to win 2/3. Okay, how do you you got to compare to what track they ran at. This is how I done it. What track did they run at? And was a third with 15 cars entered, or was a third with 30 cars entered? I mean, that's a big difference. So
UMP did not care when I was winning races at Thunder Valley, and there was 4 or 5 cars.
right.
See, that's because Thunder Valley was only UMP for modifieds.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, they
Well,
were.
maybe they would have cared.
Yeah, you won national championship 2 years in a row, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Gosh.
yeah.
That-
I'm pretty sure they're only UMP for modifieds.
No wonder we couldn't get no cars then, huh?
Britton Gossy says top 50 is a stretch for Grant Gibson.
Yeah, but not for Grant Simpson.
Not for Grant Simpson. That is true. That's a good comeback. Billy, I'll have to get with you to get that license plate because I think license plates would work a lot better.
I think you could extend that camera out a little bit and put 2 doors right there.
I probably could.
You've already got one.
Yeah, I do. And thanks to Grant Simpson he brought me a door. The first door I've ever got from a race car driver.
Yeah.
Quit looking.
Nice
They can't
drive.
see you looking at me.
Grant Simpson's stepping it up, I'm telling you.
GSR, they're the real deal.
They are. Anyway, this is going to be a great thing. I think that it's just the reason I did this was I think to have something to look at, something from bragging rights. Obviously, I'm not putting up a huge payout at the end of the year if you're top whatever ranking or whatever. I might do a $100 gift card to the dollar store or something. I don't know, but
The dollars.
it's the Dollar Tree. Get a $100 gift card to the Dollar Tree.
Who's your tire?
Huh?
Hoosier tire. But by then it could be like 300 bucks.
$300.
He's at 300.
Buy a quarter of a tire.
No kidding.
So, yeah, I think this is going to be fun, but this is your top 20. I will post this on the Facebook page so everybody can see it because I know not everybody's going to watch the live show. I mean, we've held 50 viewers the whole time, and I think it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The more we can do this, the better, I think.
Keep
I
it
think,
up. I mean, don't go away after these power rains go down because we still got a little bit to go.
Yeah, we do.
Got some good stuff happening here.
You got any more surprises tonight?
You want to do that now?
Well, we can wait a little bit if you want to do
I
it.
don't care.
It's up to you.
I don't care.
Let's wait a little bit. Let's keep them in the limbo. So, all right, let's go back to the. I know you guys all want to see us, so. But anyway,
You got a headed groomer.
Yeah, how's that work?
That's cool, buddy.
Yeah, he's whipped my butt the last 3 weeks.
Hey, you let
Yeah,
him,
but
you let him have those. I just know what you were
but
doing.
here's the thing, though. Too, it's Brownstown, Bloomington, and
Yeah,
Rockcrest.
yeah.
That's the 3 tracks that are involved in that.
Cool.
And your
So-
heat race wins.
I was
Heat
going to say,
race wins. Yeah,
You were talking like they didn't matter. Look how
Yeah.
much they mattered.
Heat race hero, boys.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you, I think after heat races, you need to go up to grandstand and sign autographs.
I need to do something.
We'll get you a table set up
I
there,
need to do
bud.
something.
I'll get you on a little golf cart. My little golf
You know
cart will
what,
take
you know
off.
what you need to do for us?
What's that?
These guys that were being on this show, doing you this big solid, you should get us a merch booth up there.
That would be cool.
You
A
could
merch
sell,
booth?
You could sell our shirts for us.
Yeah. There it goes.
How am I going to do it? And I'm out there running around the pits doing GoPros
You
and stuff.
got Addie.
Yeah, you got daughters.
We can do it.
You got Owen.
You want to do it? I'll do it. We'll figure out a way to do it.
I'll get shirts. I'll get new shirts made if you'll do that. I just don't want to sell them. It's a lot of work.
I'll just do like a commission deal
Yeah.
That's fine.
for every shirt.
I'll get
$1 or something.
Yeah, I'll raise mine $1, and you can make $1 off every shirt or something.
Yeah.
I don't care.
We might do that.
Because it would help me a whole lot.
But do you
Yeah,
have to have like some kind of
I think
deal
you,
with Brownstown Speedway though?
So
I
like,
think you got to like rent it or something.
Yeah.
You're a class sponsor.
yeah,
But you may be able to.
that'd probably work since you're a class sponsor.
You
or
think
whatever.
so?
I know that Race Ranch out of Illinois or something. They do that, and they carry drivers merch to every racetrack they go to.
Right.
So like, I know Derek Groomer does it, and a bunch of modified guys from Illinois. They
think
have
it's
their
a good-
merch in it, and he sells it and
I think
does
it's a
it for
good
them or
idea.
whatever. So
think-
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think Brownstown, or really any racetrack, should have that. Just anyone that shows up that week, take up 4 or 5 shirts, and just see if you sell
Right.
them. If you
Yep.
don't, go back up there in the night.
You can get
you
your
know,
shirts back.
Get your shirt back.
Yeah.
Because when you go to a local track or local race, you're not really, unless you go down into the pits, you're not gonna
Right.
see any shirts. You know what I mean? And
I will say this too, selling some of the flag to flag media shirts and even the Hoosier Hardwoods when I was doing that, but people don't realize the work that's behind
It's
selling
hard.
shirts.
It's a lot of work.
it is.
Trying to keep up with people and like what sizes and what do you have left, what you don't have left. You
Who's
know,
paid? Who hasn't paid?
yes.
Ship. You got to ship them to 20 different people.
right. And
I
right
shipped
now,
them to New York.
You are
really,
big
Yeah,
time.
I
You are
shipped shirts
big
to New
time.
York.
dang.
You know,
But here's a common thing now too, though, is like me and Grant was talking about before that we went on air is the whole pre-order thing, because if you gamble and you buy 300 shirts at ever how much
There's
dollars,
a
I mean,
total loss there.
you have a ton of money in shirts, or you pre-order, people pay for it ahead of time, and then when you get the orders in, then you just ship them out. But the thing is, it's still, even if you pre-order, the shirts are paid for. It's getting with people after they come
Yeah.
in and all that stuff.
It's
so
just a hassle. The pre-order sucks. I agree.
I think if you
I don't
guys
like the pre-order.
You should
No, I don't either.
I have an Excel sheet right now because all my new shirts come out. And
Really?
It's a pain.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you guys just get your shirts right, say you ordered 100 shirts or whatever, and then there was a table or a little booth up at the Speedway, whenever you get there, you
Drop some off.
drop some off.
Drop
and
a tote
say,
off.
Drop a tote off.
And then you just put that money in the tote as
Yeah.
it comes in or something.
Because technically, all you got to do is you just got to set out one shirt of each driver on the table. They're going to see it, and then they'll
And
say, I
those
need a large or
fans-
extra large or whatever.
Those fans would rather buy a shirt of somebody they watch every week than buy a Jonathan Davenport shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even when the Jackson 100 comes, I wear my Devin Gilpin shirt.
right. Yeah, because you see him every week.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
And that's the guy I watch. That's who I want to win it.
right.
Jason Jameson, Devin Gilpin,
Yeah,
Chad Stapleton.
local guys. So yeah, I don't know. We might have to work in. I might talk to the Brownstown Speedway or something because that is a good idea.
It is
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
Hey, after the views we gave their website the other night, we should.
Oh,
we crashed it.
They should get us something.
We crashed it. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see what kind of comments. We got 5 comments. Grant Simpson's a great guy and came from a great background. That's very true. I got to hang out with him Saturday. You know, great people. Billy said $100 gas card. I don't know if I mean,
get
by
you
the time the season's over with, $100 might get you 4 gallons. So I don't know if that's going to be worth it or not either.
May get you to the next gas pump.
That's the truth.
Chris Atkins says, great, or congrats, JT, keep it up. Josh said, I sold mine out of a tote on the hill at Bloomington and sold a lot. And that's the thing is,
Man,
when
if Josh sold a lot, we could sell a ton.
ton of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But the thing is, like he's saying though, you got to get your shirts in the people, not the people trying to find your shirts. You know what I mean?
You gotta have it. It's all about the location.
If you spend $30 on a pit pass, you might not have $25 for a shirt.
Right. Bo said he couldn't even give his shirts away.
I've got like 5 Bo Liver shirts.
Do you?
So he's a liar.
Hey, Bo, do you have any shirts left? I mean, if you got two 2Xs, I might have to sew them together. But if you got something, let me know.
Did you see the new Epic Chassis shirts
No, I've not
that
seen
he had
them.
up? Oh, they were cool.
I might have to give me one.
Epic Chassis is the greatest chassis in Crown Vic racing.
So I talked to Zach Sasser because Isaiah. I don't know.
Straighten up. Let's go.
I talked to Zach Sasser about Isaiah's new shirts. They don't offer 4X. Zach Stalker, which is a part-time co-host on Flag to Flag Media, post no 4X. Grant over here,
I'm a big boy, man.
he keeps the big boys in check,
I
so
take
he's
care
got
of the big
4Xs.
boys.
Got a shirt coming. So
I did
talked
not
to
have
Zach.
any.
I ordered up to 5.
So I talked
That's
to
what
Zach.
we do.
Zach tells me I need to lay off the Busch Lights and cheeseburgers.
That's un-American.
So I guess when I get back from vacation at Eldora, I'm going to go on a diet for a while.
I bet you do.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I hope you do.
You could lay off the cheeseburgers because there is a pork chop in every Busch Light can.
That is true. I'll just drink my supper. I guess. I'm not having a salad on the side either.
You only live once.
Brayden has one 2X shirt left.
Yeah, I think I have one.
You got somebody selling your shirts for you then. Look at that.
Yeah.
Heidi's all over.
That's
His
my
mom's
mom.
all over.
That's
it.
my mom. I leave her and my lady up to it, up to shirts.
Dang.
They're like the.
I don't deal with.
I make my old lady grind tires.
Yeah.
Oh. We're gonna get into a spouse.
We should
dispute.
have brought the old ladies.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
you guys
God.
talked about having them on a show.
Yeah, but it'd be bad.
They would. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I love mine
This
to
is
death,
not.
but
This is not the Dr. Phil show. I can get. We're not going to
the
start
Dr.
this whole marriage counseling stuff on Flag to Flag Media.
well,
Now, if there's like on the track controversy, let's discuss it. I think it's going to be fun to discuss. But if there's like controversy within your four walls at home,
Yeah, we don't need none of that.
don't need that here.
No,
No.
no.
I'm trying to get away
Plus
from
you're-
that. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're building a house. No,
Yeah.
yeah, you can just leave that at home.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yes, Rye. I was actually going to message you. Rye works at P3 Graphics, so you need to hook me up with the 4X Zach Stalker shirt.
P3 graphics. Phenomenal.
They're the bomb. They are the bomb.
Phenomenal.
They do everything. Look, they're up there right now. They made my son. I say it every week. Can't thank P3 Graphics enough.
Made our Thunder Valley stuff.
Huh?
Made our Thunder Valley stuff.
Made her Thunder Valley stuff. When are we going to be able to put that up?
I know. I got to measure it. I keep forgetting to measure it.
We'll measure it before you leave today.
I will. Because they wanted to know sizes. Brady,
Josie said next pod, girlfriends, wives only.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Hey, as
I
long
heard
as I
this-
can set out.
So
Good
should I
luck.
have
Yeah,
like
I'm
I heard
gonna watch it at home.
should I have like a girlfriend wife segment so we can actually sit here and talk?
Yeah.
Well, they might get a lot of views.
You're brave.
Yeah.
I don't know, might
Good
get a lot of
luck to
views.
you. Good luck.
They can get on here and talk about you
Yeah.
guys. That might go the wrong way.
I'm not feeling sorry for you.
That would be bad.
Josh, I'll take it. Josh has got a quarter panel.
Dang.
I'm telling you. So last year I did a shop talk at the Huffman Ranch, and I did. I've been to JT's mom and dad's house thousands of times, and there's so many 95 doors on the wall that it's not even funny. And you would think of out of all the exposure that I've gave JT Huffman with a live show, that I would just take like this around the number. It don't have to be the whole door. Just
I've got one off every
Something.
race car I've ever ran. I'm not breaking up that set.
what kind of borrow it?
You can borrow it, but you're not.
But how, you don't
keeping
have
it.
any. You don't have any like. You got both sides on the wall.
Usually my car only has one side that's that you can even straighten out enough to hang on the wall.
Yeah.
Still not very good luck, huh?
No, but I'll see what I
Okay.
can do.
Yeah, I would appreciate
We
it.
could put mine on top of Grant's. Like you put Grant's and put mine over it.
It's just being mean tonight.
It is. Yeah.
I even brought him a sweatshirt.
I am excited
Yeah,
about that.
Derek's-
Megan will take it.
Derek's got a good point. The fair's in 3 weeks.
What fair?
Washington County Fair.
Oh, there's supposed to be a Thunder Valley Fair race. Did I tell everybody that? But they won't get back to me. They said, "Hey, we're talking to a guy, paying him to do it," and then I haven't heard nothing else. And they're like, then they came back. Well, let me phrase that. So they came in. They go, "Hey, we got a guy that's interested in doing the fair race. We're going to pay him to do it." They go, "Will you be willing to help?" I said, "Yeah, I'll help, but when it's time to race, I'm done. I'm racing."
Right.
They said, "Okay, I'll get back with you." Then they came back to me and they go, "Hey, this guy's going to do it. I gave him your number. He should be getting a hold of you." Hadn't heard nothing. So then I talked to him the other day and he goes, "Well, I don't know if we're going to do it or not." I was like, "We got 3 weeks." We had 4 weeks at the time. I was like, "We got
Right.
4 weeks."
To get something figured out.
You can't just go out there and make it.
Because you're going to have to promote it.
Yeah.
You have nobody show up.
And you know what's really cool about this group right here? All 3 of them's are in Thunder Valley.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
scared of it. I'll go down and rip.
That's right. Around the lip, right?
That's right.
No, not around the lip at Thunder Valley.
Why?
No, not
Brayden
there.
will.
We'll go around the infield. That's where we'll go.
Stay on the bottom. of
Brayden's
Thunder
won
Valley.
there. You won there, right?
Yeah, I won there once. That was my first ever win.
Yeah.
Don't look at me because every time I ran, you've ran down there, so you won.
JT's rough.
Except for
drive.
He's
one.
like
I'll
the
take it
Scott
back, except for
Bloomquist of
once.
Thunder Valley.
I think you ripped a gear out or something, but then Tommy won.
Tommy drove around me. Yeah, I was sitting on the back stretch.
Every time I went down there, I finished third to Tommy and him.
Really?
Tommy's good there.
Yeah.
He is good down there.
Britton Gotzi really likes Wilmington. I've seen he runs really well up there and really loves it. So I wish there was more crate races at Wilmington for him to go to.
Right. So now the moms are getting brought into this.
Yeah, I seen that. Oh boy, that might be worse.
So Zach and Isaiah's mom, Braden's mom has now stepped up. So it could get interesting in the next couple of weeks.
It could be.
It could be
Good
very
thing you got an
interesting.
off week next week.
Huh?
Good thing you have an off week next
Yeah.
week.
Well, I don't know.
You didn't
Here's the
announce
thing,
that.
though.
You may do it
That
on,
could be
like,
your
video.
off week.
Technically, we're going to be off next week because I will be at the Eldora Million. However, with what's brewing on in the comments, JT will be in town. So if the moms and wives and the girlfriends want to do a show,
JT.
JT will be in town. I'm just throwing it out there. Are you not interested?
You signed the contract.
I had. Did you see that contract?
Signed, you signed it. I have
Holy cow, that thing was rough. Like I have to pay him to be on the show,
it. Where's my money?
but you're squeezing blood from a turnip.
You still ain't paid yet.
Rinse late.
Golly.
What's going on, Brent? So, have you ever raced at Circle City?
No, and I don't really care to.
I don't know, man. Like I watched that video the other night.
It's not. I mean, the late model. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. The late model race was probably the race of the year. Dirt on dirt, coming
Right.
December, gonna be race of the year. But every other race I've seen last year, and I was with Tyler, every time we went bottom.
Right.
Rock. You stand on the front stretch, give signals. You're killed with rocks.
That lady got hit with a rock
Oh,
up
I
there.
saw that. Yeah. You can just
I had
walk.
her
You
arm
walk through the
cast.
stands up there, and you can just see all the rocks. And then when you're like, they have like a concrete concourse underneath the stands or whatever.
Yeah.
You stand underneath there, and it sounds like a war zone from all the rocks that's hitting and everything.
Where did they get the dirt from?
I have no idea.
They didn't sift it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's
Which is
horrible.
surprising because I'm pretty I don't know, but pretty sure that the O'Connors from Kokomo came down and helped them.
Really?
Like over
That's
the
what I
winter,
heard, yeah.
Over the winter. So,
Right.
and obviously, they know what they're doing.
Right.
It's Kokomo.
Yeah, because Kokomo's a nice facility.
But if it's a different kind of dirt, too, I mean, that you can
Right.
only do so much.
No, actually, Monday, whenever they raced, it was actually the best I've ever seen that place. So hopefully it turns around.
Right.
Last year, obviously, give them a year or whatever, but
Well, you definitely hope it turns around just because it's
yeah,
close track.
I hope it does. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I went up and watched it in North Vernon, even though you called me out, said I wasn't there. I was there doing research and development for Flag to Flag.
Was you?
Yeah. And I'm going to say that North Vernon's racetrack was the smoothest looking racetrack I've ever seen North Vernon.
Really?
I had a blast.
Smooth. Now it was slick.
I'm glad
it was
for
slick,
that.
like Grant said. And the only criticism I would give North Vernon, I thought they did everything perfect, but the show got drug out longer than I
Yeah,
felt like
it
it
was.
needed.
Yeah.
But other than that, the racetrack was good. The racing was good.
Yep.
I even got some food in the concession stand that was pretty good.
Yeah,
I
they
mean-
said the food was perfect there.
That's what matters.
Oh, Byron, he went up there and got him 2 cheeseburgers.
Did
They
he?
were cooked to perfection, yeah.
Well,
he
if
was
they're
impressed.
perfection
They
for
were-
Byron,
They
then
were that thick.
Yeah.
really?
That's what I had. It was good.
He said he watched the old boy cooking into him, make sure he cut up, make sure they were done.
They're done?
Yeah. Must have had a bad
Oh, well,
experience or something.
If
but
Byron's impressed, then yeah.
If
And
we
Britton
could,
said the same thing. He said Vernon was really nice.
if we could take an hour off the show, I think they've got that place perfect after
Yeah.
that.
Brent Lee said that the county gave them the dirt. They dug it out of local ditches.
That's where Thunder Valley dirt comes from. So
Yeah. And Brittany says the pits are asphalt pieces, so it goes right back on the track.
Yeah, it is though. Yeah,
That's
it is.
true, yeah. And then Anthony said JT couldn't operate a 2-car parade, let alone flag to flag show. You couldn't
Hey,
operate a 2-car parade?
I've been in a lot of. I don't know what. I thought. I think it's because I like Elizabeth more than Anthony. I think
Is
that's
that
the
what it
problem.
is?
I think that's what the problem is.
Well, last week they were fighting over a decal.
Yeah, and I gave them both one. That
Did
was a
you?
mistake. I should
Okay.
have just gave it to her.
You think so?
Yeah, look at it.
Well, not now.
Tearing me apart.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Hey, it's not that hard. I did it last week
What?
when you guys got almost blown over.
Oh yeah, that is true. You done an exceptional job.
Yeah. I know
Exceptional.
I'm still on there, but
If that
Done
was
an
me, I was
exceptional
logging
job.
off. I was
Uh-huh.
logging off instantly.
said
I wouldn't know what
I
to
just did
do.
the Ricky Bobby. Just threw my hands
Yeah,
up.
just threw your hands
Yeah.
up. I don't know what to do.
I was sitting here duck and cover, trying to survive tornadoes and hailstorms.
Derek wants. Let's talk about JT killing that hot dog before the race. So this is the reason why that picture was taken and put on social media. I was standing there talking to Grant's dad, and Grant's dad, Kenny, said, "Would you look at that?" And I said, "Look at what?" He said, "Look at him." What brought it up was JT was eating a hot dog and had a handful of food, and his fork was shoved in his hat. We could not figure out what the whole purpose of the fork was if you were going to eat everything with your hands. That's what we couldn't figure out. Was the fork for backup? Just
Well, like I
in case it got
hadn't busted
messy?
into the loaded fries yet.
Is that what it was?
Have you ever had Brownstown's food?
Yes.
Best food in racing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Second to none.
I mean, look at me.
So
I've
like
had
I probably
breakfast
spent
a
like
few times.
$30 a night up there at the concession stands between me and Meg, and like
So the fork was for the loaded fries.
yeah, and I just had it tucked because I got to eat and walk. I'm multitasking.
So let's talk about this too, because Grant's here. I think the reason that the whole food situation got blown out of proportion too is because you realized that your crew chief was in Grant's pit working and not at your pit.
and that's unacceptable. And I'm just gonna say it. You know, like I'll give Grant anything out of my trailer, anything. I'll run to the shop and I'll get him parts, but he's not gonna take one of my crew guys. It's not gonna
Hey,
happen
I
again.
came back and he was there, so I don't know.
And the only reason I let it slide is because Kenny.
Oh, is that what it was?
I have a lot of respect for Kenny, and but it had nothing to do with Grant. So if it happens again, I'll just have to take it out.
Oh,
and if he
shoot.
wasn't so much bigger than me, I'd take him right now. But I don't want to get hurt.
I don't want to get hurt.
I'm
That's
just a teddy
funny.
bear.
That was funny. But the second picture actually really caught JT's moment when he realized that Bo was standing there talking to him and giving him advice. The whole finger pointing, like, "What are you doing?"
No secrets
funny.
to Grant. You can help him work on mechanical. No secrets.
I think that's what he's doing. I think he was helping with mechanics.
It was mechanical.
When you say, like, "Oh, I think he's helping with mechanical," that doesn't make me feel any better. 'cause
I got it
the
on
way he
video.
said I
Definitely
walked up
turn
the same time
wrenches.
you walked up.
I got it on video.
I'll see what he's saying then. I have access to that. I'm a co-host. The archives.
Okay, so let's go. What? You got the floor.
All right. How many viewers we got?
53. Still 53.
That's enough. So, as you know, and everyone knows that I probably annoy everyone on Facebook, but I got
It's all
to
good.
because I've got so many sponsors and like literally without any of them, I've got a guy that gives me $100 a month. I had two little kids save up their money and gave me $200. Like
That's awesome.
That's a
It
lot
is
for little
awesome.
kids. Like
Right.
I have everything. I don't care. You come and pay me $25, I'm gonna put you on. You know, Brayden does and I do it. You go do a list for $25-$50, whatever. Cheapest way you can get your name on the car.
Right.
And honestly, if someone came up and said, "Hey, I've got $1, will you put my name on your car?" I probably will,
Right.
because then I only had to spend $29 to get into.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
The pits.
Right.
So I've just been extremely blessed. And we talked about last week. I've got a new car, new engine coming, and we are set to debut it July. I think it's July 2nd. Whatever July 4th weekend is, that Brownstown, and is, well, so I've got 2 or 3 sponsors coming back into town. And I don't like saying like one sponsor's bigger than the other.
Right.
But Gloria Gormley with RPM is
Super
they're-
nice lady.
Yeah,
Super
you
nice
met
lady.
her and JT's
Yeah.
met her. Without her, nothing. I wouldn't be racing. I wouldn't be, because as these guys know, it's expensive. So they're coming back in. The tribute car that I'm running now because it's for her late husband. His daughter is coming in from New York.
Gotcha.
So they've got some friends. So we're like, well, we're going to have our new car out, and it's going to be the number 96. And I'd like to, let her see her tribute car to her dad run on the track.
Right.
So I've already discussed we're going to have a special driver, and it's the one and only, the Maverick, JT Huffman.
That's going to be awesome, though.
So he's going to be in the, I don't even want to call it backup car because I feel like it's just as good as a car.
Right.
So we've really got it dialed in. It's the only thing I kind of hate. We finally kind of figured out this car, and now we're going to our new car.
Right.
But this new car is going to be,
JT, are you ready for that?
It's a huge honor to. I mean, I've been racing for a long time. I've drove some other people's stuff before, but nothing to this caliber and quality. And Grant and his dad and team put an amazing effort in, and I'm glad that my name was even mentioned, let alone picked.
Right.
To get to wheel it. So I can't thank those guys enough, and I got to learn all the sponsors on that thing because we're going to do our best to park it that night.
Absolutely.
And I hope to meet all the family that the car tributes, because I'm running a tribute car this year too, so I know what that means to people.
Right.
So I'm red's gonna look good on me for a night.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna try red
I think it
out.
look good on you.
hey, there's blue on it.
There is
There's
blue on it.
so I'm
There's
okay.
blue.
I'm
Yeah,
covered.
blue
You're
chassis.
good. You're good.
I'm
The
covered.
blue chassis. But yeah, it's,
I think that is a huge deal, and
Yeah.
I think it's cool that you reached out to JT and asked JT to do
And
that.
we're gonna. This isn't the first. Like he's the first one, because we got to talking to Gloria, and Bo came over and he was helping with us,
Right.
and then JT stopped, and we explained to him what all JT and Jeremy and all of them have done for us. And she's like, well, because the first person I wanted in it was my brother,
Right.
and I was like, well, let's get someone in there experienced, and that's usually a big race weekend, 4th of July.
Right.
If I can't win, someone's got to beat Sasser.
Right. Exactly.
Trust me, I love when Zach wins, but we're gonna try to beat him. So we brought it to her first because it is a tribute car, and we just didn't want to throw anyone in it, and she's all on board for it. So
yeah.
as soon as she gave us okay,
I think it's cool.
I was gonna wait to surprise him, but I couldn't wait.
Well, because the funny thing is, he texts me, we was messaging back and forth, and he's like, "Hey, I'm thinking about asking JT to run the car that I'm running now when I debut my other car." He said, "But I'm not sure about how to go about it." And I said, "Well, I just asked him." So then the original plan was to do it on the show, and then
But
he
no
got
one
here
else knew.
first. Huh?
No one else knew, so it is like
No. But the funny thing is, he came in and I was working on the show notes and stuff, and I knew that he was going to ask you, and he sits down and he goes, "I didn't wait." I said, "You didn't wait?" And he goes, "I've already talked to JT." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, of course, nobody else knew. I mean, the news was obviously released on the show, but
And of course,
it
I was at
just-
work today, and I work down at Crane, so I have no service. So that message is literally sent for like 30 minutes. And I kept looking. I was like, man, I wonder if he's seen it yet. And I was like, just kept looking.
Right.
And it finally went through.
So, not to change the subject on you, but when Grant's video, I uploaded it to YouTube, and I talk about it every week. My internet is horrible; it's absolutely horrible. But anyway, I uploaded his video on YouTube. Well, I started at 10 o'clock at night. It's like 27 minutes long. So I thought when I get up in the morning and go to work, it should be uploaded, and I'll just publish it. I get up in the morning; it was 31%. I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" So then I go to work, and then Grant's messaging me. He's like, "Hey, my video uploaded yet?" And I said, "No." When I left work, it was 30%. I said, "It should be loaded time I get home."
I was the same way.
So he messaged me. He said, "If I was like JT and lived closer," he goes, "I'd already come over and watched it." If I get home from work, 63%. So I get my phone out and take a picture of it. I mean, by this point, I'm just madder and fire, and I'm blowing Grant's phone or Facebook up with messages and stuff. So finally, I shut my internet off to my house and used the hotspot on my phone, and it was faster than my internet service.
Golly.
That's how bad it is. So, but they worked on my box yesterday, so I'm getting really close. So, but anyway, so yeah, Brayden, what else? What's your plans here in the next couple of weeks?
I don't know. We're gonna go down to Florence this weekend, I think. I don't know about next weekend yet. I'd like to go to Eldora, but I don't know how that'll go. Pretty expensive trip to go over there.
Yeah.
And then I don't know after that. I'll have to look at my schedule, see what we got. I think we're gonna try to do that Brownstown points deal. I didn't really want to, but it's one of them deals. Like at the end of the year, I don't have a very good resume yet for like going to sponsors or whatever. They
Right.
don't, like it. I just don't have anything yet. So try to rack up a few wins and maybe a track championship or something. So
Right.
to show them guys when
Yeah.
you go to the end of the year, sponsors and everything. So that's kind of our deal, and whatever we can do from there.
Yeah. What do you got going on with the house?
We're drywalling. So
So how's it affecting your race schedule? Are you going to be out?
So
Because you raced last week.
we're trying to pinpoint some motor problems. I'll probably try to race maybe at least once or twice more this month, and then obviously got the cool deal with Grant at the beginning of next month, and I'm super excited about. And then we'll probably like 2 or 3 races a month.
Gotcha. And then you're running as much as you can, right? From what I
Yeah,
understand.
I'm off this weekend, so we have my dad may be going out of town, so and then I'm actually playing in a softball all-nighter, so I usually this weekend every year because it's just in my hometown.
Right.
I take off.
Take off.
So, and then we'll see how next race goes at Bloomington. If it goes well, we're going to chase points up there, or chase Zach really up there.
Yeah, chase
So,
Zach.
We finished third up there the first night. So, and then really Brownstown. I mean, I'm like 7th in points, but I'm real far back from the guy in front of me. So
Right.
we'll run there when they're running. You know, if they're not running, we may go Paragon somewhere. So
Gotcha.
we'll see.
Glad to see Kyle joined in. He was our guest last week. Had a good time with Kyle. Kyle's full of racing knowledge.
Oh,
I mean,
I love talking to him. He
Yeah.
knows so much, and he's got so many stories
Yes.
too. It's
Hey,
pretty
remember he
cool.
offered to do the show when you were gone, so maybe he could get on here with the wife.
That's true. Yeah,
the
Kyle,
mom.
you're in, bud. Wife's girlfriend, sisters, aunts, everybody that's coming
yeah,
on the drivers.
everybody.
Yeah, you're on that one.
Scroll that back up. Let's see what Bo said. I've seen his name. Oh, jeez. God, I just called him the best Crown Vic builder in the class.
And then I heard that Zach's driving it.
Zach's going to be driving one of the house cars, possibly.
That's what I heard.
I
Well,
gotta
Bo
get
told me
mine.
at the
I gotta
track
get
Saturday.
mine fixed. Yeah, I don't think Bo's car's junk.
No.
No, Epic chassis.
I think the
best
reason
Crown Vic chassis
I
out.
think maybe the reason you haven't been back in it for a while is because you can't handle it. Is that
Hey,
true?
it's way different. It nothing to do with Bo's building race cars. It's just me can't drive it. I can't figure out how to drive that thing. That is a handful. No quickener. Got a little big tire. Holy cow! I hit the wall harder
Not
in,
your cup of
in
tea,
that
huh?
thing.
You got to eat your Wheaties.
Yeah.
Boys, I'm 20 laps in that. You're ready to drink a beer and go home. I mean, golly.
Brayden, have you ever drove Crown Vic?
No, never.
You think we should all just buy Crown Vics and just
We had I have my buddies, and we all talked about it, going in on one and like switch driving. Or whatever,
that's
so.
what you just switch drivers.
Yeah, so it'd be cool.
I think we just buy one, just put big flag to flag media scheme on it, and then we'll draw straws, and whoever
Yeah.
draws straws gets to run it that week.
You need to call Epic Chassis.
Call Epic Chassis. Bo, you need to hook us up, bud. We'll just put a flag to flag media all over the side of it, and
That could be
We'll
the
race
number.
it.
2. The number could be 2.
number two.
Flag 2. Media.
Flag 2 flag media. Number 2.
I like it. I just got sold on the idea.
He said divorce.
Kyle said he's in. I got a few guests lined up.
Now read the one up a few from that
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, exactly. I'm great with wife's divorced dad. I said this is not a Dr. Phil show. Well, technically, I guess if I'm not here, then I don't know. I guess my name's still on it, so it needs to be PG rated.
You just take that flag down.
I'll take the flag down, then everything's neutral.
Yeah.
And then I would prefer my sponsors not be rolling in the background because
Yeah.
I don't know if they want any part of that or not. Anthony Finley said he sells Crown Vic.
He's got a whole bunch of them.
I know. I'm going to end up spending more money on this show is what's going to happen. I'm going to have race cars sitting in here and everything else.
You're gonna,
I guess that's not a bad thing,
you're
though,
gonna
is
have
it?
to expand it a little bit.
I'm going to have to. I just don't know if the wife will go for that.
Mm-mm.
I actually talked to my wife. I discussed with my wife about building on just for a flag-to-flag media studio, and she never replied. She just stared at me. So I think that was a sign of negative.
But she didn't
Yeah.
say no.
But is it better to ask for forgiveness than his permission? That's what I've always been told. So with your brother being in construction,
Yeah.
if he could give me a call, it'd be great.
We can make it.
Give me a quote. Well, JT said it was fine.
We need a fly free zone chance.
Well, bad.
Oh, I'm getting ate up over here.
I'm telling you, it's getting bad.
I'm gonna start wearing long sleeves and
Yeah.
pants.
I think you can actually see him.
I can
Yeah,
feel
people
them.
would probably think
I
like, this
hope-
kid's got Tourette's or something. I'm over here sliding and everything. Yeah.
That was too much on the table. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, that's all right. How are you liking the golf cart out there?
I love it.
The flag-to-flag transportation.
It does have a motor issue.
It's
Oh,
smoking
boy.
like a train.
It is.
He goes,
So-
I smell oil as he's driving by and smoke. He kills all the mosquitoes.
So it's going in the shop tomorrow. We'll get it fixed and be ready to rock and roll.
Was that after my lead foot from having to drive all over?
No,
the
it was doing it before. I don't know if it's just.
You're going to take it to the
sealed or
shop
what,
now
but-
when you got the big camp week next
But I'm not taking it to Eldora with me.
You're not going to take that to Eldora?
No, another guy's going to take on his up there.
Oh, as long as you
So-
got one. Because
Yeah, we got one.
there's a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
walking at Eldora.
Now the guy, one of the boys, my buddy's going with us. He's taking his golf cart up there, so I'm going to take her in the shop while I'm gone. That way I know it's in the shop while I'm gone, and the wife and mother-in-law and all the kids ain't riding around on it. I know it's in good hands. So, yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Have we had any questions? I don't think I've seen any.
But Britton Gossi said it's so blurry. I promise you can't see it.
Oh.
Amish internet. It's bad, Britton. I'm telling you, it is bad.
Why does it? It looks good on our end.
It does look good on our end, but like I think when you rewatch it, it's the bandwidth or whatever they're trying to push it out. But
Oh.
I don't have anybody have any questions because we really ain't. I mean, Bo said I rode with Grant. He had the golf cart to the floor.
Hey, I do want to say something, and JT knows, but we were having problems, and Bo kind of like took off walking up towards, concession stands. Figured he was just going to get JT another cheeseburger,
Right.
but he, so that's when I took off to go get a distributor. I said, "Where you going?" He goes, "I was going to go get a part." He goes, "We're going to fix it." I was like, "Well, you can ride with me, but I'm going to go get it."
Right.
So I mean, you're lucky to have. He's a good guy.
Bo's
Yeah.
one of the best guys on my
So-
team. I'm telling you, he's backed me for.
A long time.
You know, when I met him, I thought, man, this guy is crazy because you look at him and you're just like, whoa,
Right.
because he's talking to you. But man, the guy's got a heart of gold, and
Yeah.
I tell you what, he's bailed me out. Now we go on vacations together. We play softball together.
Right.
We would go to the races together. I mean, like Bo's like another brother. He's like, like if Tanner wasn't enough, I add Bo to the mixture.
Derek says I've asked all kinds of questions. I've totally been ignored. I tell you what, keeping up with comments is insane.
I've seen Derek wanted to sell the T-shirts though. I did see
Yeah,
that.
he did say that.
What, yeah, Derek, we'll get you on the T-shirt deal.
Yeah.
Brayden, how did you come up with your number? It's a good question.
So back in the day, my grandpa Steve raced bombers or whatever it was back in the day, pure stocks, street stocks. And he rolled him to the track, and he was number 39. And Earl Plessinger that night was number 39. So I guess they made him change it because they couldn't have double numbers or whatever. And it was 93. And then Dad raced, and he was 93 in the bombers. And then I came along, and I've just always carried it on, I guess.
Stuck with that number.
Yeah.
So Josh, to follow that up, Josh's got a question. Will your dad ever get back in the car? Has he ever talked about it?
I don't. He got asked that question the other day. We had a guy stop by, and we was out there washing maintenance him before we went to Rockcrest, and he was like, "Why don't you ever drive?" And he was like, he's had his fun with it or whatever. He
Right.
didn't really ever want to get back into it. After he sold it, he was kind of over. It got too expensive or whatever. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure if mechanics race or something, it'd be cool to see him get back in it or
Yeah,
something.
it would be
but,
pretty sweet.
But yeah, he's just trying to letting me do it, I guess.
Derek Walton says it's got some character too. I don't know what he's talking about, but I ignored him a while ago, and he got mad, so I'm reading his comment.
I think he's talking about Kyle Alt's Eldora track condition.
Yeah, I seen that. I was just
Oh,
giving
yeah.
Derek a hard time.
Oh,
I'm just
Well, they
going to
added-
every time he comments now, I'm just going to say it. I don't
They
care what it
added
is.
new dirt to Eldora.
Yes, over the winter.
If we
For
remember,
fall.
I'm pretty sure Brownstown added new dirt, and then we had the icebreaker.
It was rough.
Granted, there was snow on it
Right.
4 days before, but then they got all that new dirt off, or some of it, and then Brownstown went back to normal. So
yeah, I'm sure they'll scrape it all off, all that
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah, they'll put a lot of work into it
Yeah.
before the million. Craig, to answer your question, so how the top 20 was done was I looked at Bloomington, Brownstown, and Rockcrest results. Wins, top fives, all that stuff amongst all the classes. So the top 20 is all classes. I was originally going to do the top 10 in each class, but that was like 60 cars, 60 people, and that was just way too much. So it's the top 20 out of everybody. So that's how I tallied it up. Done like 2 days worth of research going through stats and results and all that stuff. So and that will be updated the first show of every month. So if people are making gains or whatever, then
We got a lot of
we'll do it
races
that
to
way.
do next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I fall off, we just won't update.
No updates if JT falls off. Who has a better John? I'm assuming that's John Gill collection.
Oh,
JT?
that's me.
You have a ton of John Gill stuff.
I'm a big John Gill fan. I've got the Indiana 124 diecast. I've got the Rocket that he drove with the wild side did the graphics on.
Yeah.
I've got just the plain black one like Tucker threw back to, and I got the one that it's got the white checkered flag on the bottom of it. I've got his autograph. I've got my picture with him.
Got the picture and everything.
Hey, you know what? John Gill is the man, and I will get him on here one of these days.
We're thinking about having a Legends night.
Yes.
So
That'd be
yeah,
Big
We're
John
gonna reach
Gill
out to some
fan.
people. Yeah,
that may not be PG though.
yeah,
You
might
got-
not
you
be.
got-
I'm fine with that.
You got to have Jim Curry. come
Yeah.
on for it.
I love
would
that
be
Jim
cool.
on
Definitely
the
not going to
show.
be PG.
No,
I'd
definitely
love to have
not.
Jim on the
That
show.
would be
Did you-
eventful.
Did you
Yes.
watch when they? I think it was Jackson 100 last year
Yes.
when he started.
Yep.
He goes,
was
"Do I have
good.
time to tell the story?" And they kind of start taking the mic and he goes, "I'm going to tell it anyways."
Right.
And he just started talking.
Driver, start your damn motors.
He actually,
He walks
told
off.
the story on John. Too.
Yeah, he just mic drops and walks off. So
There's a lot of cool guys like that from Brownstown, you know? And a lot of them still go up there. Hell,
right.
Heck, Rayburn was up there until he died,
Yeah.
you know? And
Still driving this toter as a vehicle.
yeah, Ray Gotti still goes up there all the time,
Yeah.
you know? John Gill was up there twice last year, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I text him about every other week. You gonna come back over Brownstown? We may just have to see if he can get back in that.
You just text
spare
John
car.
on the regular
You want
basis?
you want his phone
He's
number?
jealous. He's like, give me that number.
Gosh, that's cool.
Foaming at the
You wanna
mouth
know,
over here, JT.
Him and my uncle Troy, which I don't think you guys ever met, are like best friends. And the story of them meeting, my uncle Troy is a clean freak, like OCD, out sweeping the streets in front of. It's called Jiffy Tree in Bedford. Little ice
Oh,
cream
I love
shop.
that place.
Yeah. So there's sand or whatever. He'll
Yeah.
go out there and sweep it. Don't get paid for it. He's crazy. Love him to death, but he's absolutely crazy. So he's over at Brownstown one night wearing white pants. Well, something happened on the track, and John came off the track mad and, revving pretty high through the pits and hits a mud hole and splashes mud all over my
Uh-oh.
uncle.
Oh, shoot.
Well, my uncle don't care. He's like 110 pounds soaking wet, and he don't care. Like, he'll go after anyone. So he gets up and then goes after. Didn't know who John was. Went after him. Was cussing him and everything. John gets out of the car and just kind of looks at him. Probably the first time ever my Uncle Troy just kind of backed down. And ever since then they've been like best friends.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a funny story.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, yeah, like Kyle said, I mean, Eldor's got enough equipment. Like, well, they don't really have an excuse. I mean, I hate to be that way, but they don't have
yeah,
it. They got enough resources and money.
Really,
And
yeah. Endless budget.
yes.
They
Let's
spend
see.
more money in fireworks a year than we probably all make.
Bo said that the Crown Vic Zach's driving will be for sale. So,
All right.
Zach, you were so close to the top 20. So close.
So Grant was 20 and a half, and you were 20 and three quarter.
Oh, got him.
TJ, man, the flies are getting bad. Sorry. The TJ Robinson said Brayden Watson is my idol. I agree with that. I mean,
Yeah.
he does. He is a big,
Pretty good dude. Solid guy.
pretty solid guy.
He has moments.
I like Jared's question. I'm a little biased, but I think we can be a little non-biased for a little bit.
How would y'all rank strength to competition in classes 1 through 7? Okay, let's
that's
do that.
easy.
That's a
Street
good
stocks
question.
that or super stocks. Is
Super
number
stocks
one in my
hands down
opinion.
well, you
number
know,
one.
Braden, we try. It's not.
I'm serious.
It's not
I've
that big
always
of a
said
deal
that.
for us, but
I will say though,
This is going to get
the
good.
crates from last year,
Crates are
the
high.
crates. I mean, you got Stapleton. I'm not going to say his name because his head's going to get bigger than what it is. But Britton, you got Peden. Tyler Neal's not even running the full schedule, but he's still fast every single time.
Humphrey.
Tyler
You
Collins.
got Humphrey when he comes.
Collins.
Tyler Collins is coming on strong. I mean, there's all. I'm sure.
What happened to Shelby Miles? Is his crate career done?
I don't know. I haven't seen
I
him
know.
run
Yeah, I
anything.
haven't seen him run
I'm a big
anything.
Shelby Miles fan.
I don't know. I may be missing some people, but
I
don't
mean,
really
you
know
just,
a lot
I
of
mean, you
crates.
just named like 8 good ones right there.
Yeah, I mean, they're
that could win any week.
they're like
Any
our
week.
classers. Yeah, 8 to 10 people that can win, and they. But yeah, I'd say I'm biased. So
yeah, I think super stocks then crates,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would
So then it's
probably
gonna
say
get interesting.
pure
So-
stocks.
Pure stocks.
Yeah,
Stocks, they do race like heck. They do.
I'll tell you what, Bloomington, the night you announced,
Yes.
I stayed in it's called Bombers.
Bombers.
Up there, but same thing. I watched that race, and the top 3, their left front did not touch the ground for 20 laps. I don't know what
On
they
it.
got. I don't know what they got
Right.
in those cars, but
Right.
and it was a great race. I can't.
yeah.
I think Keaton Streble won up there that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I like the mods too, though, Braden.
Yeah, can I
I
get some
don't
love?
know.
Can
I
I get
think
some
if
love
I'm
not
around here?
dogging
or what?
you. I
Okay,
just-
here's how we're going to do it. Okay, this is going to be mine. I'm going to go Super Stocks crates, which we've already discussed that. And then we'll go. I'll agree with the Pure Stocks, and then, man, it's tough. Like Hornets.
I don't know if you can rate supers in there because usually Brownstown half the supers are crate cars.
Crates, right?
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's a dying around here.
It is.
It seems like
it is.
It seems like there's usually one or two supers that run away too. Like the
Yeah,
Scott
I mean,
James had a straightaway.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna have James. You're gonna. I mean,
Gilpin
Gilpin's-
wins by a half track some nights.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, Jared Bailey's coming on strong, so you really only
Right.
got 4 to 5 supers probably.
Yeah.
I got to go with my flag to flag Media Crown Vics, though, boys. They got to be up there somewhere.
They do race.
I don't think they're at the bottom of the list.
Brayden is
I think
sitting
at the
right
bottom of
here.
the list. Bottom of the list.
Can you
probably,
just please say modifieds already? I mean, come on.
I'd say modified's bottom of the list.
Okay, yeah.
At the bottom,
Yeah, let's just go with bottom.
All right, fine.
Brains out. See,
I'm out. I'm leaving.
the mod racing has got a lot better.
a lot better.
Like there for a minute, like I didn't know if anybody was going to touch Weaver,
Yeah.
but you guys are starting to figure it out, and you guys are making like right now we're all chasing Sasser, so we get it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
I
guys
think
will
you
get
just
it
got to
figured out.
base them. I mean, technically, you got to base them off how many cars are capable of winning on any given night. That's how you got to base it.
I would say super stocks. There's at least 10.
Right. And
I
crates,
would
there's
say.
probably 8 or
10.
7 or 8, 10.
Yeah.
So then
On a normal mod night, if it was just the Brownstown locals, I'm going to say
I'm gonna go 5.
Five.
Brayden
That's what I was
Watson,
gonna say, 5.
Jordan Weaver, Matt Boatnick,
And Groomer when he shows
Groomer.
up.
shows up.
and
Jacoby.
Jacoby. Yeah, that would be your. If I was picking the 5 local guys, those are the 5, and then Zach, of course. Zach's also on my list.
Yeah, Zach.
Zach's
Zach's
Stalker.
number 1 to me.
Zach's number 1.
No offense, Braden.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
He's a
number one
half
to me,
tracker
too.
though.
He's a-
Zach's a half tracker though, so he don't count. He's so far out in front,
That's a
so he
Bob
don't
Pierce
count.
car, right?
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah,
You know, we almost had Bob Pierce build a super stock.
Really.
Yeah.
I've been over at Zach's car, looked at Zach's car 100 times, and I do like it. I think they did a phenomenal job, and Zach didn't shortcut anything on this car, so it's really cool that he finally got him a really nice piece.
Okay, so Jim Curry would be a great guest, absolutely. Russ Petro would be an awesome guest too, because Russ has got a ton of knowledge. On a consistent basis, I'd say crates are loaded.
Yeah.
What Brendan said. I mean, I agree. I mean, I think if you're going, the top 2 classes at Brownstown, hands down, are super stocks and crates, hands down. Done deal. You guys agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fully agree, 100%.
And then Craig, yes, we need to get some fly spray. Actually, we're going to do like chassis sponsors and stuff on the wall and fly strips. So if anybody's got any fly strips they want to donate to the show,
Yeah.
please send them my way. Oh, Magner too. So we can't forget about Al
Magner's
Magner
fast,
because he's
yeah.
tough.
He's came on strong this year.
And Josh Harris when he starts is what he says.
Oh, he's a force to be reckoned with every week.
He is
Yeah.
a wheelman.
then-
I just wish, Josh, this is my one pet peeve. Would you brace that door? Like you show up with the door not braced, and that drives me crazy. Throw a brace on
Brace
that
it.
thing,
Brace
man.
it.
Come on, you're fast. Let's go.
I do agree with Kyle Alt, and I hate to say this because I grew up with it. All my life. I mean, that's where, if you think about it, like all your locals, that's where your idols are at, right? Is in super late model racing. With the way that the economy's gone, the way that the price of stuff is, super late model racing locally. Now, I'm not saying regionally, and I'm not saying nationally. Locally, is dying bad.
It's hurt.
It just boils down to you can't race a super late model for $1,000.
No.
And you know what I mean? You're
can't.
$1,200. You
can't.
can't financially
And-
do
and
that.
even-
I
and
don't
even to
care
the
how
point-
close you are.
And it's nothing against any of them because I know that all their sponsors are great sponsors.
Yeah.
But the sponsors that we get locally can't afford a $200,000 race operation.
No.
You gotta have like
Right? I
corporate.
mean,
you gotta have like corporate.
corporate. Yeah,
sponsor
exactly.
for that.
Nutrient Ag.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm sure Gilpin loses money even if he drives, 2 minutes down the road,
Right.
and loses money. He comes over and wins $1,200.
So
$1,200.
you're losing money anyway.
I mean, well,
yeah.
you're losing money as soon as you start your truck and racing, anyways.
Right.
Oh, you're right. But we're talking locally. But even if you look at the World 100, 250, 300 cars, not a big deal
Yeah.
back in the day.
Right.
And now You don't even get 100.
You're lucky to get 80 or 90.
I don't
I
think
did see
they'll have
there's a-
100 for the million.
There's 86 on it.
86
so
I
far.
saw
86.
today. Yeah.
It's pretty good. There was 63 last week when we looked it up. So they've
But I-
gained 20
but-
a week.
86 is more than I thought there would be.
But
already.
I think though, seriously though, if it wasn't for the million deal, it would be
wouldn't.
60,
Yeah.
60, 70 max.
No. Well, you got
Right.
you got people who don't normally like Tyler Courtney. You know,
Right.
he races sprint cars, wing cars.
Chase
He's-
Briscoe.
Yeah, Chase is going there. So
And how many of the low budget teams are going to spend their entire year's budget to run 1 week of racing and hoping that they bring some money back?
Right.
You know,
hey, I can tell you this: if I had to spend my whole year budget to go race at Eldora, I probably would. I want to race that track so bad.
Yeah. Let's go.
I want to
I
race
can't.
it.
I got to change so much stuff on my car.
I want to race it, but if it came down to winning the Jackson 100 or the World 100, I'm still going to go win the Jackson 100.
Oh, I would too, just basically because my
'Cause
local
capital
local
limit, so I
prestige. Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not that the World 100 is awesome, don't get me wrong, but like just to win the biggest race on my track.
I'm scared for the Jackson 100 this year because there's a XR Series race in Texas, 50 grand to win,
Yeah.
and all those big dudes have been going down there. And I mean, I get you're going to Texas, but an extra 25 grand to win.
Right.
I don't know, probably more than that. I think the Jackson's only 20.
20 and 15. Is it 15, 10 or 15 on
Last
Friday
year
night?
was-
They
last
do
year
that.
was-
They do that Friday
12, I
Saturday
think.
thing, and I think that really helps them.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
But, I mean,
But
I
it's
hope
still,
I-
it's still not. Even if
yeah.
you add those together, it's not 50.
What does okay? Since Kenny asked, your dad asked this, I don't want specific numbers, Brayden, but I want ballpark.
That really just depends on what route you take on chassis builder. I know Longhorns they're up there, 42 grand for a roller.
Wow.
I wish I was lying, but I'm not.
It's a roller.
I know like diamonds and stuff. They're 30s.
For rollers?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's brand new everything right out of the shop. Drop your motor in and go race. See, it's crazy to go out there Brownstown every week for $600. Well, that's everything though. I mean, I'm not saying just modified. You know, super stocks are hard. A lot of money.
And not just that track too.
Yeah, it's every
'Cause it's
track. Yeah,
everywhere.
I mean anywhere. Yeah, I mean I know in Illinois even that's where the competition's at. And at Lincoln, Illinois, they pay $500 to win. Worst. I mean they're getting Kenny Wallace, Mike Harrison. You know all them guys that go over there.
It just
and race.
made my stomach turn just
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
about
because then
it.
you got to have. I mean, you got to have a decent, probably more than a decent motor in a mod.
Yeah,
to
I
be
mean-
competitive.
Right.
They're nothing like a super late model motor, but
No.
10 to 15 grand
Yeah.
will get you really good.
So
I
you're,
mean,
you're looking at 45 to 50 in a car.
So let's discuss how much it costs
Sheesh.
to buy podcast equipment.
See, Zach said 20 to 25
Yeah.
for a Pierce roller.
just
Yeah.
depends really.
you know.
I mean, I've got probably $2,000 wrapped up in this, so I don't know.
Yeah, 2 grand.
Any hobby is expensive.
It is. That's very true.
But it makes it. I couldn't like if I was ever to move up in the class. But I'm not going to mods.
No,
unless
I
the pay
don't blame you either.
Like,
I've-
why would you? I mean, you run the same amount of money that JT and I run.
Like Brent said, he said a good show car is 40,000. You don't make no money off
The
it.
only advantage that I feel like the mod guys has got on us is they can go about anywhere.
yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
only
That's
advantage.
the good thing about it. Like I even know the crate guys, they can't even go anywhere and race. Like I know that they have crates in Illinois and down south or whatever, but you got to change your whole tire program, your shock program, just everything.
It's not. Yeah.
It's all different.
But I mean,
from around here.
if you travel for a mod or the like he said, Illinois still only pays $500 to win.
You got to chase the money.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
gonna have to. Yeah,
and the money in modifieds, there's $2,500 to win is huge.
Bro,
You know,
yeah.
It's late,
then you
late models
gotta
don't
go
get
beat-
out of bed for $5,000. You know?
right.
For $2,500 though, you got to beat Hoffman and Nicely.
well,
And,
Yeah.
I
how many
mean-
races did Hoffman win last year on the Hell Tour?
He only lost one.
Okay, I guarantee he didn't break even,
No, they only
Not
pay
traveling.
they only pay
They only pay
1,500.
$1,500.
Right.
and he builds his own car.
Right.
Obviously, he still has money and material, but he builds his own car. I'm sure obviously he has a lot of big sponsors, but I say if he paid for it all,
Right.
wouldn't break even.
Right.
No, you can't. No.
So Craig's just out of curiosity. Like, let's talk about the super stock world. Like, we're new cars for super stocks. What are they going for now? I mean, I know you got TSR. You've got
TSR is the man. Jeff Allen, Travis Rogers.
Oh yeah, yeah. And really, I mean, obviously my grandpa he raced with Bob Pierce, and my dad knows Bobby and all them, so we just talked to him about it.
Right.
and you'd have a knowledge with it. But then we were just thinking like, locally something happens, you gotta drive to Mooresville.
Right.
You gotta drive over to Illinois.
Right.
But I mean, TSRs are, I think, $4,000 for the chassis, and then
I think a lot of it too
you're
depends on
probably
what
gonna
you
add-
want to put on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I
big
think
part
kind
of it.
Yeah.
I think to build
what do
a
you go
roller
with?
new, I think you'd be between 8 and 10,
Yeah,
10ish probably.
yeah. It's somewhere.
Depending on what kind of components
Then
you go
you
with.
then you
too.
got to throw.
I can tell you this: that my dad and Tommy went down to racing school in North Carolina. It was specifically for super stocks. Is it Hendren, the guy that builds crate engine?
Hendren, yeah.
Yeah.
He was down there. They were talking about like all your setups and all that. And when it came back, it cost me a lot more money. So,
Right. Yeah.
but it's not. I can like.
You.
It's nice stuff, and
Right.
is it going to make a difference? Who knows?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I'm still learning how to drive a car. But I say nice stuff. I'd say 8 to 12, just a wide range. And for super stocks, motor you could get. I don't know, 12 to.
I would have a hard time selling my race car for 20 grand. It would be hard for me to do that.
I would, yeah,
I don't think I would.
So Britton says that Grant needs a crate car,
yeah.
and then Kenny says Gotsy money ? And then Brent, Brent's got a good point too. They're just racing other tracks because I know, Brayden, you've traveled a little bit too, so it's just racing other places. Britton said 100K. Kenny said 4,600. Your dad said $4,600.
It's went up.
And then Josh said,
And that's you supply the clip, right?
Yeah, you got to go get the clip, and that's if you can find one.
right,
So really what they're going to have to do is start going and get those AFCO aftermarket clips because that's the only way you're going to find one.
right,
And yeah, I think we got ours right before the steel prices and everything went up. So I don't know. I think we're gonna have around 12 in our roller. So then you drop in the motor in.
And Josh said back in 2019 he had 15,000 for complete roller for
I'm telling you,
TSR.
I don't think I would sell mine for 20,000. I think
I'd have a hard time selling my car now, my gum car.
Right.
It's 2013 for less than 14, 15.
Right.
Honestly, it's just I don't know. Because you got to replace it.
Right,
And
exactly.
We're not saying that you have to spend this kind of money and go race. My buddy Chris just bought a car for a race-ready gum car for $12,000. Is it perfect? No. Has it got 1,000,000 nights on it? Probably. But he can go race it,
Right.
and he can go put it in the show.
Right.
But I'm saying if you want to win a super stock race,
There's a difference in
Repeatedly,
being
or be
competitive.
competitive.
It
every
goes back
week.
to if my dad and I did this on our own, we wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I'd have probably my car I have now,
Right,
but I wouldn't have a new car sitting in the shop and a new motor on it.
right,
So, like I said, I'm blessed with sponsors, and I'm those two as well because both of them have very nice stuff.
right.
So you got to get with the right people.
Good partners.
Yes, that's why I only like calling them sponsors. Because if you ask me, someone comes up here and give me money, you're part of this team. You're a part.
You're right.
I'm not saying you own the car, but
Yeah, you ain't driving it. Yeah.
it's just
I know exactly what you mean.
it's hard.
It comes
I
more
work-
like family than it
I
does
work-
anything.
I work 2 jobs, and it's still hard for me to just pay for the stuff I got to pay for.
And and with COVID and the price of everything going up, it's the people that are willing to put money on race cars is going down.
Right.
So that hurts our group too as well.
Right.
And I honestly I lost a couple from last year, so I was trying to find a couple more to replace. And knowing the hard times that have happened, you kind of feel bad. Like, hey, that's why I say I don't care what you give me.
Exactly.
Obviously, someone that gives me $50 and someone that would give me 50,000, your sticker's not going to be the same.
Right, right, right. And different
But
places on the car.
But I will put your name on my car.
Right.
So
Every little bit helps when it comes to the racing.
Yeah.
Every little bit helps.
yeah.
Dallas, Harris said you got to deal with 2015 Rocket Roller. I'll see y'all soon.
That's something that's I feel like hurting the crate series too. Is these guys are buying brand new. I get it because if somebody else does it, you got to do it too. But you're talking 2022. Like even JB, he's got a 2022 Masters built, and Peden's got a 2022 Capital, and
Yeah.
Collins got a 2021 Capital. These guys got these new cars. There ain't nothing wrong. I'm not talking bad about anybody, but I'm just saying it hurts it.
The crate deal was supposed to be budget friendly late model race.
Supposed to be
right?
budget. Yeah, drag a Rayburn out of the weeds and go race.
I feel like every spec class that starts as spec. As time goes on,
So
Yeah. And I don't know how you would ever monitor that because you can grind a chassis number off and weld whatever you want on there if you had to. Like if you put a year rule on it, like you can't have a race car newer than 2015. People are going to go out there and buy a 2021 car and grind the
I
number
think
off.
they should just focus on, spec engine, which I don't know how close they keep track of the sealed 604s.
Right.
But I think, and then the same thing with shocks. Like, if it's going to be a spec class, it's got to be spec class.
Right.
And we had that problem. I don't know if JT was there, but we had a meeting after the thing for super stocks, and we are, a stock class. And, they asked, Robbie and Jim and them asked us about some certain rules, like what we want to do, and we're like, well, let's do this because it's more budget friendly. But then you have other guys that goes, well, that takes away from it being a stock class. And that's what it's supposed to be, a stock class. So
Right.
you got a gray area, and then you got both sides.
Right.
And the other downfall we got going on too, and this is for Brayden. Well, Brayden's got a little more leeway than we do, but you can't. It's hard to find just a stock lower anymore, or hard to find a trailing arm that's not been rotted away.
Right.
You know what I mean? That stuff's this is 80s model stuff we're dealing with.
Yeah.
They crush
Getting
these cars
few and
every
far
day.
between now.
You know, like the
Yeah.
clips. Like Grant said about the clips. I don't know what an AFCO. You know what an AFCO clip costs
I don't. I just
$400 or
kind of
$500, I think.
doesn't.
for a
think.
brand new AFCO clip.
Maybe more than that.
I say that's cheap. Maybe that is the way we
800.
need to go.
Maybe 800.
But 20 years ago, you just go cut one off junkyard and $20, load and trailer, go.
I think my dad had to go down to Kentucky.
Mine came from Lima, Ohio.
Yeah. And we like our car would have been built a lot sooner if we would have found a clip. I mean, it took us a while.
It's hard.
So,
And then when you do find one, you got to make sure it's not rotted out because you're going to be turning this thing as hard as you can.
Right.
So it's just hard. I'm not going to sit here and complain about racing because I love it.
Right.
And I'm not complaining that I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Which
but-
we talk about it every week, but
Yeah.
we do it. Not me. You guys do it because a lot of it's just for the love of the sport. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, to put it in perspective, you got a super late model guy that went out and ran second and made like $80,000 and gets in his trailer, his toter, and the $150,000 toter and complains about high cost of racing. And some guy loads on an open trailer after running 18th and just had the time of his life.
and most of the time that guy that's in that big trailer probably ain't paying for it.
Probably didn't pay for it, yeah, So I don't want to say anything.
T-Mac wins the World 100 in a pickup truck and
Yeah.
box
But
trailer.
he did that, but he had a toter at home. And
No, but I'm saying though, at the track,
yeah,
at
that's
the
what got
track,
him there.
he had a
Yeah,
truck and a box
I thought
trailer.
that was cool, but like it
But
wasn't.
he's got all the resources in the world.
Yeah.
Like JT said.
I think
You guys are raining on my parade
Don't
here.
feel
I was
sorry
trying to-
for the guy.
I don't know. Not even a little bit.
Oh. What were you going to say, Grant?
I can't remember.
I put the spot on it.
Derek Walton said that he said breaking news that Tony Stewart just released a video that they have $1 million track for $1 million race on Thursday per Tony Stewart.
They
I believe it
Must
then.
have cut it up or something.
They had to.
Scraped it all
They probably
off.
take all the old dirt off.
Yeah,
of
scraped
it.
it all off. Yeah.
Smoke
There we
says
go.
it. It's a fact.
My dad got $10.99 plus welding together your front clip.
It's $1,100 versus
Plus
a $100 junkyard clip.
Yeah.
You know.
And you don't know if it's rusted. You don't know.
Yeah.
And like Bridget says, it's $1,000 a piece on shocks.
That's stupid.
And if you're being competitive,
Now, Bo was telling me that those 602s are running spec shock rules.
For now,
That could be.
that's what I'm pretty sure that's what crates start as 604s.
That would. That,
I think. I'm not sure.
I think you get to the racetrack and you pay the tech guy $50 and he hands you a set of shocks to use for the night, and then you bring them back to him, and everybody just keeps using them. Saying it's not hard to put shock on.
No, yeah, I wish that's what the modifiers go to. 602 motors. Let's go on old AFCO spec shocks and get after it.
get after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AFCO would do a deal sponsoring too with shocks. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
they would to
Yeah.
get their
Hey, I
name
can
on
tell
there.
you a guy that used to race in our class that ran $60 AFCO shocks. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Just like the
It
B
don't-
mod class.
Yeah,
they
it
have. They looks like they have a lot more fun than we do. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
shoot, Brandon Shepard, I'm pretty sure has a B mod, doesn't he? Or he ran one or
He
something.
ran.
I think he
one,
ran
yeah.
one,
He
yeah.
ran one. Yeah.
I mean,
D Mills wants to know if you ever talk.
No. He.
He gets the word in edgewise every now and then.
Yeah.
If
he-
if Brayden starts talking, boys, that the crap's getting deep, and he really needs to speak up. 'Cause
Yeah.
when he speaks up, your ears need to perk up because he's about to say something important.
I don't know about all that.
Huh?
I don't know about all
I was
that.
giving you a
but-
little credit, bud.
how much do crate engines cost now?
Well, see, that's
when they
another
first,
problem.
I think when they first started, it was like 6,000 to 8,000 you could get into it with a good piece.
I think you still can.
Yeah,
All right,
they're
Brayden, what is a good
can
crate
you?
motor cost?
They're still under 10 grand. They're like,
Or you can
I
go
don't
to
know.
a guy to spend 15 though, right?
yeah, you can.
For the
But how-
same motor.
How's that work? Why is your motor
You,
twice?
you
the-
tell me.
Yeah.
It
And that's
sums
not
up.
like Heather's or anything. That's just your motor.
No, yeah. There's how come his
And he
motor's
just
$8
said
grand more?
$1,000 for one.
I think a
One shock.
straight GM motor. I want to say is like 5 or 6. They might correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've like straight from GM, just the motor itself.
There we go.
14,000.
14,000
That's dressed.
for a spec engine.
Carb to header,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
carb to pan, whatever. So I mean, that's more than I got in my super stock motor, and I'm making 630, 640. And they're how much the crate motor make? 400 horse.
Yeah, we've got more horsepower than crate, but
I know, but
they're lighter. They got
but they're double what mine cost.
yeah.
Well, where's the there's some kind of
How's
problem.
it spec?
Yeah.
So
I don't-
UMP, Josh says that UMP attempts to make it a little cheaper and doesn't allow canister shocks and makes you run a hard tire in all four corners.
$1,000 a shock. That's $4 grand. That would pay for my TSR chassis. Just chassis.
You gotta win every week at Brownstown for
Yeah.
the whole year.
Yeah.
And Josh said it's 10.7 for a complete 604 through Eagle.
You know, really, kudos to the Indian Late Model Series. Though, bumping, they were $800 last year. I know it was just $200, and I don't know if they added throughout the field,
That goes a long way, though.
but they bumped to $200, $1,000 to win. You know, then they got all these bonuses.
What they do for you, Braden?
What is it? So I wasn't paying. I was reading
How'd they
stuff.
bump your pay up?
At Brownstown?
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
Nowhere. I don't know. I can't.
No.
No, I'm glad they bumped the.
They're
You're right.
the only ones I've heard of.
That's awesome that they bumped the crate pump.
oh
money
yeah,
up.
no,
That's awesome.
Crate
I'm
guys
not
got it.
complaining. Yeah, that's cool.
And then Britton said that the Profab headers are 2,000.
Those
And-
are nice though. Those are pimp.
And it's 6 grand because they have 6
But,
shocks.
Brett, you don't have to run those headers.
4, yeah.
Racing's not fun if you go out there and run 20th
Oh no.
No.
and don't make strides.
It's not.
That's
And
why
you're-
I had my stuff for sale last year after the North South.
Yeah.
I was over it. I was done.
Nobody wants to do that every week.
No.
I mean, I was getting burnt out too.
Yeah.
There's a time I was ready to quit and just go do something else.
Yeah.
See, last year was my first year back, so all the problems we had, I was just like, it's just bugs. But if I'd been racing still for 2 to 3 years,
It'd been a bad year.
Well, look at you now. You ran
Right.
6 at Brownstown.
yeah.
So
That's 'cause
if
of
you run
GoPro.
top 10 every week and then you all of a sudden in a year you start running 18th or 19th, you're not going to have fun no more.
oh no,
You know, it just
you can ask man. I didn't really have fun that first
No.
half of the night the other night.
What's the first part of my video?
I didn't
They'll
have fun.
explain
I
it.
didn't have fun when you drove around me, but that's we're going
Hey,
we're going
no,
to
I
fix
think-
it.
No offense to you, but when I passed you, I had a big smile on my face because I'm like, I'm passing JT.
Yeah.
Then I passed Boatnick. I don't know what happened to him, but
No, we were hanging out in the back together.
maybe you guys pulled
Chilling.
off, and that's why I passed you. But
Hanging out.
Hanging
I
back
was
there
like,
chilling.
You know, if I finish in the top 6 at Brownstown, that's a win to me.
Right. It is.
It is.
It
I
goes
mean-
back to what we were talking about. Like if you got a good group of 8 or 10 cars that win every week, and you finish 5th, I mean that's
Yeah, and I know like crate
You're in
guys,
the
they
money.
got a lot more money into it. But if I was in the crate, if I finished top 5, I'd feel like a win.
right.
You know, I don't really know what I'm going to feel like if I ever do get a win.
Oh, it's
Oh,
coming.
it sucks because
Honestly.
you want to win every weekend and you're mad that you ran third
Right.
twice. Like
So,
you're
I mean,
you're mad.
but yeah,
It's never enough.
No.
You're never
no,
satisfied.
I know.
You know, even though Sasser's won like 4 in a row, you know, if he runs second tomorrow, he won't be satisfied.
No.
No, that's how I am. Like we were 8 up with third. We were mad. We were hanging our heads. Didn't talk the whole way home. It was like, what we got to do, beat these guys. So
And then the big scheme of pictures is probably the best that you've consistently ran.
yeah,
All
yeah,
your life.
yeah.
You
this
know, that's
is
what sucks
the best
about
we've
it.
ran. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the best our stuff's been.
That's what I told Matt after my heat race the other night when my car was like all but I don't even know how it was running honestly. Is I was when I was staying in the gas the whole time, I was a half a corner behind the top 3 in my heat race, and my car was literally spitting, sputtering, like don't even know how it was running. And then when I finally just let off and just kind of coasted around. That's when you come off frustrated because you're just like, man, my car literally would not run. Like I probably
And
could have
then-
got out and ran faster around Brownstown than my
And-
car was going, and I was a half a corner behind him.
And then the makeup feature, there's only 4 cars that finished.
Yeah, well, all the right rear exploded. I watched that deal.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
That's exactly how the makeup feature was last year too. Me and Tucker ran away, and we both blew a tire.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched
I'm
that.
sure,
Yeah, I
I'm sure
remember
Tucker
that.
don't like makeup features anymore.
No, yeah, he
Last
did the same
Tuesday.
thing. Yeah,
No.
golly. That
Well,
was-
we're an hour and 40 minutes in.
oh wow, I didn't even pay attention.
Still
to
40
that.
people.
Yeah.
It just,
Still 40
now, it
people
just
watching.
went down too because it wasn't 50.
This has been a great show. I'm glad everybody's tuned in. Once again, I don't know why I did this, but I totally forgot to put my sponsors back up there. But
We gotta let these guys think they're sponsors.
you got your sponsors on you, Braden?
Yeah.
You
They're
go
out there.
ahead.
I'm thinking mine
Take
today
a little
too.
bit.
And then I'll let you do yours next. We'll do them all.
I gotta find mine too.
Okay. First off, we got Hanner's Barbershop. He's done a lot for me ever since day one. Been a big part of our race team for a while, and I couldn't do without him. Turner Contracting, Lineal Contracting. Lineal's a new one this year. Ryan came on board, and couldn't do it without him. He helped us out a lot this year. Architectural Shown Sales, Wendy's of Bloomington, Perry's Pool Shop. They're a new one this year. They're in Seymour. Hoosier HVAC, my stepdad Dave Elliott, he helps us out on and off all year. Vanish Aesthetics, my mom up there. Florist Beauty Salon, my stepmom. JW Excavating Hauling, Jug Wellington, he's a new one this year. He's helped us out a lot too with body and tires and everything, so I couldn't be more thankful for him. And Forrest Turner Music and my Mimi and Poppy. Poppy's had to haul us to the racetrack the past couple weeks. Our truck's been broke down, so huge thank you to him for doing all that, and all the product sponsors, Weir's Machine, K1 Race Skiers, Swift Springs, Hoosier Racing Tire, Delph Communications, Bell Helmets, All Star Performance, Penske Racing Shocks, Travis Kern Racing Engines, and definitely Diamond Race Cars. We've got our stuff pretty dialed in this year, I think, so just shows where they're at, and hopefully here within the next couple of months when they get their new stuff out, they'll be even better, so I'm excited for the future with them. That's about all I got.
JT?
I think Kevin Smallwood, Bob and Kev's Barbecue, Rondell Brishberg, Hughes Taylor Funeral Homes, Brian and Amy Mattingly at ABC Garage Door, Mary Finkel, Main Street Realtors, of course, Bo Livers Motorsports for all he does, James House at Wilcox Towing and Recovery, Lee Lawrence at the Lawrence Family, Joe and Roger Alexander and Yvonne Green at Mama Rose's, Eric Vermillion at Rex Jackson's Tune-Up, my brother Tanner at Hollywood Hills Farms, my dad at Club 92 Race Cars, Chuck Bogdas at Bogdas Performance, Jeff and Travis at TSR Chassis, building an awesome race car, Eric Bryant, P3 Graphics, the Cecil Group, and at Indian Racing for Autism Awareness, and Bub Cummins at Terry Cummins Race Engines.
And Flag to Flag Media. Go ahead, Grant.
I got RPM Auto Enterprise, Simpson Built, Jerry Davis Racing Engines, and Davis Automotive. And before I go on, those two right there, like we talked earlier, there's so many good engine builders in Lawrence County, Bedford, whatever you want to call it, that it was hard to pick one. But I just want those two, Jerry Davis, John Davis, on another one that without them wouldn't be able to do what I was doing. Racer Choice Snacks and East Vending, Jerry Medlin, AJ Bolin, Realtor at Remax Acclaim Properties, B&B Cars Incorporated, Springer Insurance, Unfirst Masonry, Flag to Flag Media, TSR Chassis, Mooresville Welding, the 812 Crew, Fleetwood and Sons Lawn Care, Needmore Powder Coating, Bush Monuments, Foam Pros, Extra Room Storage Units, Britton Gotti Racing, Bedford Home Furnishings, Provision Signs and Designs, Dasco Race Supply, Radical Race Gear, BR Jordy and Colby, Kite and Kellex Calver, the Compton Clan, Mark and Jamie over at Schaefer Photos and Custom Designs, and then we also got product like Advanced Racing Shocks has helped us out this year, and I feel like it's turned our program around a lot. And then I got to thank my dad, Michael Lewis, Tim Shumpy, Brad Cummings, James Randolph, Mark Perry, and his little boy Bennick, Junior Weaver, Kevin Umfris, Jordan Randolph, Bradley Randolph. And then, I mean, there's so many. have to take like 10 breaths saying that. I honestly, I could go on for another 10 minutes. How many people has helped me? So, and I'm sure you guys can.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
most
it's-
definitely.
Very blessed.
It's yeah.
I got to thank Grant Simpson Racing, Hillbilly Barbecue and Tenderloins, Green's Auto Sales, Solutions Directional Drilling, Indiana Farm Bureau Agent Jason Petmeyer, B&T Septic and Excavating, P3 Graphics, and Haller Motorsports Fabrication. This has been a great show. I'm very glad that you guys came over tonight.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I think I like these random shows like this a lot just because we can cover a lot of topics and talk about a lot of stuff.
I told you we could go almost 2 hours.
I know. It's so easy to do just because, I mean, we all love racing. So
Yeah, I
we get
didn't
to
even know
talking
it was
and-
close. Yeah, I looked
31?
up and it said
Yeah.
an hour and a half. I was like, holy
31.
cow.
Yeah, we still got 31 viewers at,
Let's-
9:45 a night. So
I'll give a shirt away. There's 33
30 people. Whoever stayed up right now, 33
Yeah.
people
All
watching.
you other 20 people that
We're
backed
gonna-
out.
We're going to
Yeah.
give away a shirt.
You got someone that gave us a match face or something though.
Oh, they're
I
mad.
don't.
They probably can't win.
That's probably one of Braden's
It's
fans.
definitely one of my, definitely one of
That's
my
one of
buddies.
Braden's fans.
Oh no, it's
Ray Weston.
Racing Ray.
Uh-oh.
He's mad.
Hey, Ray's mad.
He's mad as hell.
So
I can't ever see Ray get mad. Yeah, let's give away a shirt. There's 30 people watching. Hey, if you're 30 people, stay on here. We're going to give away a shirt. Well, it's a good question. Do you want to come up with the question, Grant?
oh, we've talked about a lot tonight.
We have talked about a lot.
It's kind of a Grant Simpson fact if it's a Grant
It don't
Simpson
have to be.
shirt. Well, it ought to be.
What date is Grant Simpson revealing his new TSR chassis at Brownstown Speedway? And JT will be driving the other car.
Yeah, same
What-
night.
Same night. What date is that?
Have you named them? Like I got mine's name's Penny.
Penny?
It took every penny I had, so that's how she got
That's
her
a good
name.
one. That is one of the best ones I've ever heard, actually.
No, I haven't.
Oh, Big Bad Brent Law. Never mind. Jared Decker was
Jared
number
Decker.
one.
The dog.
Jared, the doc got it. the
Dr.
doc.
Decker.
There's a lot of people that are right, though. July 2nd. Congratulations to the doc himself. You just won a Grant Simpson shirt. Make sure you send Grant a message so you get your T-shirt size and all that stuff, and he can get you down on his Excel spreadsheet for
Yeah.
your pre-order.
Like I deal with Excel all day at work, then come home. But I enjoy it.
I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thanks
Don't
for
forget,
having
we
me.
will be off next week.
Unless Kyle,
Chas-
unless
Kyle wants to come on and do marriage counseling and all that stuff with these divorced chicks, I guess.
That
but-
would be funny.
or whatever. But he is a divorced dad, so he's raring to go. But don't forget, chassis manufacturers, drivers, whatever. Get with me if you want to get some stuff back on this wall. The flag will probably eventually come down. I'm going to put a decal on that wall so we can litter it up with the racing stuff. So, do you guys have anything else before we shut her down tonight?
Nope.
No, I just want to thank you. I
Yeah.
mean, this
Appreciate
is
it.
awesome.
No problem.
JT, since he's your co-host.
He's
too.
my co-host.
But-
It's no big deal.
But yeah, it's
I enjoy doing this, and I really think that, like I said when I started this whole deal, it's about the racers, sponsors, and just the behind-the-scenes stuff. Because a lot of the guys, like we've talked about it 100 times, but they see you on the track, but they don't get a chance to know what
Yeah.
you guys are like behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I
it's-
I
mean,
told you I was a good guinea pig.
huh?
I told you I was a good
Oh
guinea
yeah,
pig.
absolutely. I mean, I love doing it. But yeah, it's a good time, and I like to just get on here and bull crap about racing. And
It's pretty cool to have. Like
fun.
a lot of these tracks don't have it as good as we have.
Yeah.
Some tracks don't even have like a track photographer. We've
Right.
got Mark, and we've got Dirt 2 Media, we've got you guys,
Right.
and we've got Throttled Up for all they do and everything.
Yeah.
So it's all
It's
pretty
huge.
cool.
We can
Yeah.
sit here and complain about not getting paid enough.
Yeah, but
right.
Hey, we're still gonna
they're
go back
making
next
they're
week.
making up for it.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
And I will say that too, since Brayden brought it up. But I mean, Dirt to Media does an awesome job, with the live coverage of the races. I also know that Will Greenwell is doing a podcast for Dirt to Media. It's called the Wild Will Throwdown, which he does a lot of coverage of local racing. And then Throttled Up even still does some podcasts.
Yeah,
so
I actually listened to Chad Stapleton's on the way here.
Did you? Yeah.
He was doing stuff.
So make sure you get on there and check them out too, because like I said, when I started this, I talked to Dustin Roller and I was like, hey, I said, I'm not trying to step on any toes, but I've got the equipment. I'm already doing another show. Can I start doing a racing show? And he said, absolutely. He said, the more the merrier. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I agree with that. The more people we get involved with it, the better off we're going to be, and the more coverage you guys get, because obviously, that's what you guys need is more exposure.
Yeah.
So
and
It's huge.
honestly, like myself personally, I couldn't thank Dirt 2 Media enough because when I started racing again is when my Nana was real bad sick, and she
Right.
never could come watch me. So she got to, even though half the time she didn't know which car I was.
Right.
But when my mom would point out to her, she goes, she'd yell and scream, and
Right.
so
And that's cool. I mean, that's
yeah, and that's your local track. Like,
It is.
Normally it's like, oh, Eldora's on, we can pop it on the TV. Not normally you can say, oh well, Brownstown's running, let's watch it on live.
And they don't shut it off for the super stock feature.
No,
They leave.
Yeah,
They
leave
run
it
it
on.
all.
I
Yeah,
tell you
they-
what, on the way home after the races, because we like to talk. Even we could be the first feature and probably be the last people out of the pit.
right.
Is as soon as I pull out Brownstown, I've got it pulled up and I'm rewatching it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So-
I go home, eat my
Yeah.
turkey sandwich in my bed, and then
Yeah.
I'm watching it, and I go to bed.
Yep.
So
So shout out to those guys. I mean, hopefully they support us just as much as we support them. But I mean, it takes all of us. So, all right, we're off next week. So me and JT will see. And I don't know, I don't know who will show up. I mean, we might have
Yeah.
another round table. I don't know. Brayden will come back. Grant might. I don't. Who knows? We'll announce it. So
Hopefully Stalker back too.
Stalker might be back. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty.